Chicks on your APs, looking like weeds. Haven't since
Leland, shout out, I'm bleeding. She told me I'm big like B, but she ain't believe me. See ya. Welcome back to the Money in Pod, man. Fellas, RB Mo, Jelani, how y'all feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Another day, another penny. I'm joking. Nah, another dollar. I was trying to be creative, but I was like, another penny didn't sound good, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna go back to the dollar.
Nah, that sound like an Anthony Hamilton song. Like I can see him like sitting on the bus in a music video, something like that. But yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm chilling, man. Y'all good?
Yeah, Anthony Hamilton. I have an Anthony Hamilton story. He opened up a lounge in like Sandy Springs or like somewhere near the rich side of Marietta. It was something like that, right? And so we went out to cover it, myself and Malik. Shout out Malik Brown. And it was a long drive from the city, probably like 50 minutes or whatever. And so we out there, they gave us a tour and showed us everything that was going to be in there. And we're like, all right, cool. They said Anthony's going to be here. Later tonight, we're going to open up the doors, so everybody could walk the red carpet, take pictures, sit down, get something to eat. And then Anthony's going to come in and he's probably going to perform like a song or two. We said, okay, cool. Boy, it got to about 6. We got there probably like 4. It got to about 6. And I was like, bro, you trying to go to the Yachty show? He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, we ain't got no ticket or nothing. I said, bro, we can find a way once we get in. I said, how much you willing to spend? And we both agreed on like 40 will kind of be the limit. And so we went over to the Batteries, probably about 20, 30 minutes away because we were in Cobb. So it was like a thing of like, oh, we in Cobb, we might as well stop by the Battery, watch the Yachty show. So we went over there 20, 30 minutes away. We left Anthony Hamilton joint. And we eventually got in the Yachty show, $40. And it was a great show, man. I can't lie. It was a great show.
There's no situation where I'm ever waiting for Anthony Hamilton to do anything. I'm not waiting for him to perform. I'm not waiting to meet Anthony Hamilton. That's just not one of those celebrities. Like, I respect him as a musician, as an artist, but like, it's certain musicians I have no. Like, I don't think he might be a good person. I just have no desire to meet Anthony Hamilton,
If you're cool, then I'm cool. Then we're cool. Come on now.
He got some classics. Don't get me twisted. He definitely has some classics.
Nah, facts.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
I was gonna say, man, I'm glad to see all y'all here today, man. We survived the rapture.
Facts. God,
you saw the people in South Africa?
Nah.
They like stood in the forest, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
I ain't gonna hold you. I really just found out about it today from my cousin, because she sent me a text talking about, are you on Rapture TikTok? And I was like, no. And yeah, then she sent me like a whole breakdown of what's going on. And yeah, talking about how people like, I guess, selling their cars and doing all this extra stuff. It reminds me of when the world was supposed to end for December 21st.
I said the same thing, bro, on my on one of my streams. I said the same thing. I had what y'all do that day? Because I remember what I did that day.
Man, I went to our homegirl Fazia. She had a party that day. And because her birthday is like right around that time, I'm almost positive. Yeah, so she had a party that day, bro. That was one of the craziest parties I ever been to. Probably, for sure, the craziest party I ever went to in high school. Because like the cops ended up coming, and then when the cops came, like we was all in the basement, and everybody just like dipped and ran. And this was my first time like at a party where cops had showed up. So like everybody's running. And we end up like having to jump this fence. My boy Mike that was with me, because it was Mike and Chris with me. And Mike jumped the fence. But it was funny because I'm sitting there trying to jump it. And then because it's like sharp and I'm trying to like strategically do it, he jumped over it in like a single hop, ripped his whole pant leg. And then we were like stuck in the woods because we didn't know where we were at. I think at the time, like, with phones back then, like, I don't think we had like GPS or something. Like, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I know we were just lost in the woods. And then I don't know if you remember Morgan. Morgan M. That was in IB. I don't want to say it's full.
She dated Gardner.
No, I'm talking about the boy Morgan. He was in like IB.
Was he short?
I mean, he was probably like a little bit shorter than me.
Was he
Yeah.
white?
Yeah, he was white. He had like
Well, of course, the name Morgan.
Yeah, he had real curly hair.
Dang, I feel like I would know him if I see him too. I'd be like, yeah, him.
I just put in the chat his last name. I don't know if that'll help you remember. But yeah, he.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. My dog.
Yeah, so he came out of nowhere with like a group of people, and I remember he was like smoking a cigarette, and just like came walking up all cool and was just like, "Yeah, hey, follow us. We got some cars coming to pick us up." Yeah, like it was just so random because like he was just like he had a bag, and we were like, "Yo, what's in the bag?" He was like, "Everything with my fingerprints on it." Well, it's like what? Like okay,
I need to Google this man to make sure, like, cause one he in like, bruh, and his buddy too, Zach.
Yeah.
Like, how them boys doing?
I don't know. Super smart, but them boys were out there.
Wildin', bro.
Right. The craziest part was like I had a curfew of like, I think it was like 1:00 at the time, like maybe 1:30. And bro, we were like lost in the woods. And legit, we had no clue how we were going to get back to the car, like nothing. And just so happened they came and saved us by like coming, picking up cars and stuff. Cause where we went, it was like, cause when we ran, we just ran. We were just, I said first, like we like 17, everybody scared, we didn't know what was going on. And yeah, I ended up making it back home at like 1:20. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, bruh, I'm finna be lost out here. We didn't get home till like 3-4 in the morning. And then yeah, but by the grace of God, man. But yeah, that was my December 21st, bro.
Dang. What about you, Jelani?
I remember being at, because I think we was on Christmas break around that time. Yeah, I remember being at my grandmother's house. The only thing I remember about that day was that this was like when Twitter was still really Twitter. I just remember like the timeline at the time was like it was very hilarious, but it wasn't. I don't think most of us really took it that serious when it was happening. I think it was just kind of one of those things where it was like most people with common sense, I feel like, had enough sense to know that it probably wasn't going to happen the way that, the people thought it was going to happen. But yeah, I just remember Twitter going crazy around that time. I think the thing I remember, the movie 2012, I want to say came out maybe like 2 or 3 years before 2012 actually happened. So like when I think about that time, even though it was a few years before that, I just think mostly about that movie, the movie 2012. But that was an interesting time though. So what made like what this whole rapture thing that happened recently, like what made people think that the rapture was coming?
A South African preacher said that the rapture was coming, like on Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever the day was.
Was it Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Right. The thing that irritates me the most about that stuff is the people who claim to be super religious that, feel like, oh, this is the time and this, that, and the other, that really be like falling into this stuff is like, I can't remember the exact scripture, but I'm pretty sure God says that you won't know the date or time when this happens, and it's like when you lean on man to tell you like, oh, it's going to happen on this day. It's like, right, it's stupid. It's he's not finna just point out a date and tell one person to tell the world. It's like, no, because it's supposed to be unexpected, because you're not, I don't know, I guess you're not supposed to have the time to just like be like, oh, let me get my life right real quick. It's like, no, you're supposed to already have your life right. And that's kind of like because you're going to come back unexpected. So him telling you like, oh, it's going to be on the 30th of September, blah blah. It's like, I don't know, that's gonna defeat the purpose somewhat. I think not completely, but you get what I'm saying. And then it's the people who fall for it. It's like, bro, like, y'all don't really be in y'all Bible like that, y'all just be listening to whatever.
That's not even like a deep cut either. Like, I would get it if it was like, when people are like, who is John to Mary, and where did John go with Joseph, and who did he become and develop into when he ran across Peter? Like, that's not even one of those deep cuts. That's one of the basic verses in the Bible of no man shall know the place or the time. It's up there with like, you shall not be ashamed of the gospel. It's up there with like, anything, all I could do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Like, those are like one of the basic verses in the Bible. And it's I don't know, like, because like he said, it's the point of I hate these crazy pivot, but because of the internet, the script of like, when the boy dies, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't read the script 13 years later. The boy dies at the end, and when he died, like when he got robbed and when they were about to kill him and stuff, he just said, like, in the middle of it, he was like, you never know when your last day is going to be, because like the day was like, he packed his bag, his book bag, caught the ride or whatever on the way to the plug house, so buy some weed and keep the day moving. And that's when they robbed him and shot and killed him. And he fell into the pool and everything like that. And that's why you see when they were like advertising, because the internet, I don't know if you guys remember that, it was 2013. He was in the pool, whatever, because he got shot and he was like, fell into the pool, and that was his dead, lifeless body pretty much floating in the pool. But I was just like, yo, that's so crazy, bro. Like, you really don't know. And I remember texting Mo about it, and he's like, yeah, bro, I tell you this all the time. And then, but yeah, you just don't know. And the point of you just don't know is like, that's the point of Christianity. Is like, it's not supposed to be performative, because that's religious as opposed to spiritual. You're not supposed to be religious. So, I'm sorry, I ended up kind of rambling with that, but the life lesson of like what Mo said, no one knows the date or the time, so just live like you about to go right now.
No, I get. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying facts.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. My thing is like, if you're that preacher, like, how does, like, do y'all still do church this weekend? Like, if you're the preacher that spread this, like, where does it go from here as far as addressing your congregation? Like, because now, how are they supposed to believe anything that you say going forward after standing in the woods? And then at what point, when you standing in the woods, do you look around like, hey, bro, we've been out here for a little minute? Like, I don't know, man. People, I don't know. I just think people, like, it's the same as when, you watch those old, like, they'll have the videos of preachers or whatever where they make people walk again and stuff like that. It's like, bro, come on, man. Like, just read out the Bible. You ain't got to do all this extra stuff, bro.
No, facts. One thing that y'all heard of the preacher for 2819?
No.
Yes.
So 2819 is a church here in Atlanta. I believe it's in Gwinnett.
I think it's in Midtown. I want to say like 2819 is a mad popular church. Like, it's popular to the point of like the city of Atlanta, like they were renting out a place in Midtown, and the city of Atlanta was trying to kind of shut down or like control the church just because so many people come every week, and the lines would be out the door, and they're like, oh, we can't house as many. Like, y'all need to go somewhere else, and y'all can't be here. Yeah, they're pretty popular church. Oh, also, but before you continue, Mo, the added context, I feel like it is responsible to read this. This video was first uploaded August 1st on TikTok by user Gerald and has nothing to do with the recent movement of the rapture. This is a regular practice by Christians in Uganda where people go to pray at the Calvary Hill in Miramar.
The Twitter notes finally came in handy.
Shout out Elon.
Nah, facts. I just looked at 2819 is over by Greenbrier.
West End.
Yeah.
Wait. So, dang. Because there was another church that used to be over there. It used to be Bishop Morton's church. Y'all know Bishop Paul Morton. He was like a big pastor in New Orleans. And then when Katrina hit, he moved his church over to Atlanta and had it over there in that plaza at Greenbrier. Eventually, behind Greenbrier, that little lot became Tyler Perry, the first Tyler Perry Studios. That's where they been doing for the last couple of years, Revolt World. I don't know what the heck gonna happen now with Revolt World. The first year after Puff, when the ownership changes, it was still hosted over there. I don't know what they're gonna do with that now. That's besides the point. When you say it's by Greenbrier, that's the only place I know is the Bishop Morton. I know Bishop Morton, of course, moved back to New Orleans, but I didn't know if he just ended his church in Atlanta or what. That's just something I'm thinking about now because that's probably where it is.
Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I haven't been down there yet. I do want to check it out, but I do feel like it's going to probably be like dumb packed. So I end up in like the waiting room, or the viewing room or whatever they call them. But one thing that he talks about is reading scripture for yourself. And I saw this one sermon that he did. He was talking about like, so like y'all just blindly follow the people who get up here. He was like, don't just listen to me, like go home and read, and I loved when he said that, because I think that is the big problem. So many people, you don't really get the word. I saw one person made the analogy of, imagine if you only ate on Sunday, you'll be starved. And I feel like that's a very good point. Yeah, it is in the same location. Yeah.
How the heck they do that? See, now I done got all the strikes because I'm like, what the heck? Because you said by Greenbrier, I said there's only one location that could be. See, hey, we about to get into this discussion about Atlanta next. Y'all can't say I ain't Atlanta, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's some real Atlanta stuff I just pulled out. But go ahead, Mo.
But I was just gonna say, yeah, I think that is very important to actually read the scripture for yourself. Cause I think a lot of times people just just listen. And there's been times like, once I started reading scripture, then like you'll listen to certain people talk about certain things, and it's like, I don't think exactly that's what was intended. Like that's how that was intended, or because people will twist and morph things, So I would say these days, man, there's so many performative pastors. And one pastor I used to follow, but I had to go ahead and unfollow, buddy, Pastor Mike Todd. You ever seen him?
I knew you was gonna say him.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog. Shout out my dog, Michael Todd, man. Shout
Wait,
out
is he?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. All my folks out there. B is Zelu. Brent. His brother, everything like that for sure. Shouts out to whole Tulsa. Shout out to Jamila. My boy Steph Simon. He just dropped a new single last Friday. Shout out. I had to Tulsa. Kelsey Davis moved out there. North Cobb, great. Kelsey Davis, she out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street, they're trying to bring it back, everything like that. Shout out Tulsa. But yeah, Mike Todd, bro, I knew you was gonna say that, bro.
Why do you know all these? Not to get sidetracked. Why do you know all these Tulsa, Oklahoma residents?
So one of my last trips at my last job was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I was just like with all of like it was a tech conference. Okay. So like one of the nights we went out and like we were out all night. And then one of them, Jamila, she drove me around Tulsa, and then we got like a Whataburger. I got Whataburger for the first time at like 4 a.m. It was early enough to get breakfast. And so, since I'm vegetarian, I got like a biscuit that was just like eggs and cheese. And it was really good. And some hash browns on the side and stuff like that. But yeah, I spent like the whole night out with them. So that's how I met all these people and stuff. And then Kelsey is from Kennesaw. I didn't even see her in Oklahoma. I just found out after the fact that she moved over there.
Okay, shout out to the Tulsa, Oklahoma appreciation segment of the episode.
It's a black area, Black Wall Street.
Oh yeah, I know Black Wall Street was there for sure. Yeah, Mo, I feel like we totally got sidetracked from your point, Mo.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I was just saying, yeah, like a lot of the pastors be performative in there. Mike Todd is very performative. And I think he had to step down from actually pastoring the church because of his antics got so crazy. Like I know at one point he like spit on somebody. Yeah, he'll get a haircut in the middle of like preaching one time. Like yeah, with a watermelon. Like, but yeah, but as I said, I think he like I'm almost positive he spit on somebody in the middle of a sermon to prove
it was his brother. It was he had like some dirt in his hand, and he said, see, this is just dirt when it's dry, but if it gets wet, it turned into mud. And he spit in his brother's hands to like and stirred it up to turn it into mud.
Yeah. Yeah, so as I said, he had to step down. But
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this image is pissing me off so much, bro. Like just everything about
my boy getting a line up during the sermon, man.
It's really the watermelon cape is just I feel like that just set black people back some years right there.
Bruh. And it sucks because when I first started following him like years ago, like he used to have some good stuff, man. And then you could just see as it's like a stereotypical when you see those pastors, their churches like grow, and then they get more money, and then it's like he started getting healthy and stuff. It was like okay, but then you could tell, as I say, you're getting more money, and then you just see it just slowly but surely change. And before
I got to keep it a beam with y'all about Pastor Mike Todd on that. I got to keep it a beam because that is like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That is folks. You know what I'm saying? So I say this. When I met bro, he is literally like everything that you see out there. And what I realized mid-interview, because Malik was interviewing. He came to the office and Malik interviewed him. Once again, shout out Malik Brown. And in the middle of the interview, he goes, we sitting in a room with purple couches. I don't know if you remember that room, Mo, or anything like that, but we had a room where it was purple couches. He said, these purple couches, man, it goes with the shirts, because he was on the book tour. He was promoting his new book. He said, these go with the new shirts that we have for the tour. He said, man, I think Malik was like, oh man, you should have wore it. He said, man, we actually have some in a car. He said, should I go get it? All right, we're going to pause the interview right now. I'm going to go get it. All right, I'm going to clap. The next time you see me, I'm going to have the shirt on. And then he clapped, and then he ran to the car, paused the interview for 5-10 minutes, switched into the shirt, came back, talked to us a little bit, and then was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And then went like this, and we back. And I was like, oh, he's really a theater kid that just so happened to become a preacher. And when I saw that, I was like, bro, I can't even get all the way mad at dog, because at the end of the day, he just a theater kid, bro, that just happened to become a preacher, bro. Like, he just being himself, to be honest.
I mean, that's cool and all to an extent, but I mean, have you really like listened to his sermons?
I used to listen to him. I stopped following him like as closely after the whole spit thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, so what did that end up being like a big controversy or something like that?
Yeah, it was everywhere. Like Jamel Hill like wrote a thing about it. Like it was everywhere, bro.
Because he spit. I don't know. I feel like we've seen preachers do way.
But but Todd, he be doing stuff like this every week. Like that's what Mo trying to say. Like one time he was in a boat, and there was like rain coming down on in the little pulpit, and like the little screen had like videos of rain in the backdrop, and then they had like speakers playing like storm music. He was like, sometimes you're gonna be in a storm. Like he does this every week. Like that's why it was a big deal.
Yeah, and honestly, I listened probably about like 2 years ago. I listened to a sermon. I listened to like 3, and because I really wanted to, I was like, you know what? Like at the time, I was really trying to like improve my walk with Christ and everything. So I'm like, let me listen to different people, and I'm like, this is one person that I follow on social media for a while, and I only saw clips, and then so I was like, let me listen to a full sermon, and it was just like, I don't know. I was just like, I'm not feeling this. And then I said, then more and more start happening. But hey, I mean, it be what it be. You know, he got his social media presence now. So I mean, he probably won't ever really he won't ever hurt again, you know, like financially for real. But I mean, it's a testament to if your church makes you step down. You know, if your church makes you step down, that means that you're not preaching the way that you need to. You're not really putting out the message, the word of God, the way you need to. Because at that point, people feel like this is more performative than it is actually just preaching, you know? And I think it's like sometimes it's great to find that balance. You know, I listened to out in Dallas, Texas, Robert Madu. He got a church called Social Dallas. And so I really like his sermons. I listen to those almost every week. And that's a lot of times where I like pay my tithes to. And because there's not one here out in like Dallas, Georgia that I really rock with like that. You know, it's a very white area. You know, there ain't no wrong white churches, but you know, it's funny. My sister goes to a white church, and she was trying to, you know, my sister is like married to a white guy and all that. And so she sent me, like, you know, she was telling me like, you know, because she really rocks with her church. And so she sent me like, you know, some of his sermons and stuff. And I'll say like I enjoyed the sermons because they're very informational, but then really having that feeling behind it, like I feel like he's teaching, which is great. You know, cause I really feel like I gained knowledge and background about like more of the Bible and, you know, some of the things that were going on during that time, so you can get a better context and this, that, and the other. But it's like a certain feeling that wasn't really behind it, you know, that for me, I felt I was missing. So it's just hard for me to truly lock into it. And I think that's where you need to find that good balance of a pastor that when you preach, you know, it's like you're giving, you know, really touching like connecting with the people, not just only teaching, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's a lot of good pastors out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think black churches is like black churches just kind of a little, not even a little bit. Black churches organically more of an experience, more of like a concert almost than non-black churches are. And it's probably, honestly, it probably go back to slavery for real. Like even not even just slavery, like the civil rights era, because for a long time, like black people didn't have clubs and stuff like that to go to. Like church was kind of the only place where everybody could congregate and kind of meet up. And the church used to play a way bigger role in the community than what it did now. I'm saying to say that it's like, if you're a black pastor, you have to do so much for the church to say that you have to step down. Like black pastors usually get away with a lot of shit. Like the ones that are doing bad, they get away with a lot of shit, bro. So if it reaches a point where it's like, yo, bro, we're gonna need you to step down, that means that you was probably wilding a little bit.
No, fact, bro. This is one church that's on Powder Springs Road that I used to go to when I was a kid. And so I went there as a kid, and you know, it was cool. At the time that I went, the pastor, you know, his the first lady will always be up there. You know, you have the kids and stuff on the front row or like the little side row or whatever. And you know, and I remember they were, one of the big things is like, you know, they're raising money so that they can build a building in the back part of the church. And they wanted to build a new building and everything. So mind you, this is when I was probably about like not about 10. About 10, about 19 years old, right? So, like that was like the big thing then. So I got a homeboy that goes to that church now. And so I was like, I'll go with him. I was like, I used to go here, and I went there, and I remember one of the things that stood out first, like him and his wife are now divorced. The kids ain't there, so they probably moved off, whatever. So I was like, whatever, that's interesting, it's just I like that a little different dynamic than what I was used to, but whatever. And then at the end, mind you, this is probably about like 6-7 years ago. He was asking for money to build that building.
Hold on, Mo. You said how many years ago?
Right. So at this point, and I could be the buck. I could drive past it right now. Ain't no building back there. I ain't seen no construction.
Well, hold on. How many years ago?
6, 7. But but so this was like, some time ago, and they were asking for money to build this building. And I was like, bro, ain't no way. Like, bro, at this point, it's been a solid 15 years at least that y'all were in the works of getting this building built. And I'm like, bro, it's like, as I said, I don't even see no construction. And then so that was then. And as I said, like, I could drive past there right now, and bro, it's still not up. And it's just, to me, I don't know. It's like stuff like that. It makes me just feel like, all right, what y'all in here doing? Like what's really going on? And I asked my mom. I was like, yo, so why did we stop going to that church? Because I told her that I went up there and everything. She was just like, I didn't like the way people were in their acting. She said it was kind of very like, they're very cliquey, and and then she didn't like how, I remember they were in, it was like they had like a little like Saturday like party thing where like the kids outside playing basketball, playing seats in the basement, and it was just like, it was like a cookout, but she was just like, I just don't feel like this is what y'all should be doing in the Lord's house, and I felt her, it's like everybody has their opinion on that. But yeah, like I feel, I don't know, it's some people, and it's interesting, like my homeboy that goes there, it's been, some of the teachings that are not even necessarily teachings, it's just his walk with faith has not been, I feel, the best of how it could have been, in a sense. And I say that not to be judgmental, but in the sense of, like, I remember when he had went to prison, and when he came back home, he had like lost a job and everything, and now he's trying to find another job, and he was talking about that the church was telling him, like, God will put what's meant for you in front of you, so just wait. And so for like a couple months, he just wasn't working, like not even looking. It was just like, God's gonna just give it to me, like present it for me. And I'm like, nah, that's not how that works. Like, you got to work with him, fam. Like, God will put you in position, but it's like, if you're not trying to do something yourself, it's like, you're not gonna just call one day and be like, hey, Mike, hey, blah, blah. It's like, he's not finna be like, generic name, like, just in case, like, somebody maybe named that. But, it's like, but, he's not finna just call you up one day and be like, yo, like, I got the job. Hey, meet me at blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, he gonna answer those prayers as you work with him and you're putting in applications and you're really working towards, I know for me personally, like my testimony of like me being at T-Mobile right now, you know, like once I moved back to this area, like I wanted to work at like a phone line place, like a phone carrier. And, you know, I ended up working at the restaurant. I ended up, you know, was trying to figure it out, and then went like a few weeks without a job. But I was like searching the whole time. And then what ultimately ended up happening was I ended up with a phone carrier, you know? And it's crazy, you know, I keep it a buck, man. On that application, I had to, you know, I do a little finessing. Like, you know, let them tell it, you know, I was at AT&T for a couple years before this. You feel me? And so, you know, I had to do what I had to do. And then I remember when I got a call back from Verizon called me, and then one of the first things they mentioned before the interview started was like, we're going to do a background check. And when we do the background check, we're going to need to be able to confirm all the places that you worked. And then if we can't confirm it, we're going to need you to provide proof. And it's like, dang, well, I'm glad y'all didn't call first. I'm already at T-Mobile because they didn't need none of that, you know. But it's like, you know, it kind of works itself out, you know. So it's just, you got to work with him. But yeah, that was the point of that.
Yeah, no, it's really whack when we try to lie on your resume and they want to verify the information. Like, bro, just go along with the story I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I don't need you doing too much research on me for this job. But yeah, no, I used to go to a church off like growing up. My mom used to have us going to a church off South Cobb Drive, and they also used to have a building fund. I'm pretty sure it looks the exact same that it looked in like 2003. Right now, like I don't think they've really done too much. They might have, you know, I think they did. They got an LED sign out front. They don't have a regular sign no more. So you know, maybe that's what they use the money for. But most of the time, that building fund money is just to pay. It's just to pay for stuff around the church. Like churches don't get taxed, so it ain't like they. I don't know where the money goes to. But
We also had a building fund. My mom did not like the building fund. However, we see the building now.
you said y'all see the building?
No, I said we see the building now, and it's pretty legit. The epicenter.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, so like if you could just produce it, you know, it's like
Yeah.
over time, it's like, bro, because when we're donating to the church, you know, it's like there is what is the funds called where when you donate to the church, well, when you donate directly to the pastor.
Like pastor appreciation.
Yeah, I feel like it's another word. But
You're not talking about the ties, right?
nah, there's like there's tithes and
Tithes
then
is to the church. Offering and tithes is to the church. But you can give something directly to the pastor. It's like, and then it's like a other line, and then you just click other, and then you put in like pastor's appreciation, and then you know you give the money to the pastor. Like they do it like around his birthday. Oh, excuse me. You know, times like that, or they might ask like before taking offering, they might announce like, hey, you know, pastor this and that, you know, to help pastor or to show appreciation, pastor, check the other box in your envelope, and then just write down pastor's appreciation next to your gift of sowing seed, and you know they'll say something like that.
yeah. But I think, you know, it's as long as you're able to produce it, like that place that I listened to in Social Dallas, they have a building fund, but they've been able to produce the building where you can actually see it. They just got to like really go through the renovations of getting it all together, you know. And so it's like stuff like that where, all right, people got to see the progress. And I'm saying if I come back 15 years later and there ain't no type of building, bro, ain't even no construction. It'd be different if like y'all started and then things got rough, and then, you know, it's like I could see the outline or something. It's just like, bruh, y'all just in here finessing. Which y'all just gonna keep it going until the end. It's like, ain't no crazy. I remember going in there, I didn't recognize anybody in that church from when I used to go. And I could tell the congregation was a lot smaller than what it used to be. And so, you know, I don't know. It's, you know, people be, you know, it be what it be, man. But Have you ever seen this show on HBO Max? With have you ever heard of what is it like? Down and Eastbound?
Eastbound and Down.
Yes, Danny McBride. He has a show on HBO Max. That's he's the son of somebody who owns a mega church.
No, I never seen it before. What's the name of the show?
I can let's see. Danny McBride Mega Church.
Most mega churches are pretty corrupt. Like, now we ain't talking about the regular, like your regular neighborhood church. We talking about like the super, like the Joel Osteen level churches. Most of them got some.
We talked about this show before.
The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
I've heard. I've never seen it. I've heard it before.
Yeah, you remember this, Jelani? Buddy from Roseanne.
Yeah, John Goodman.
This dude from So Random.
He's been in a few. He's been in a bunch.
He in a few things. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a really good show. I watched that show. Like randomly, I came across. I was just looking for something new to watch, and yeah, it's actually a really good show. It's very interesting, but it reminded me, like I said, watching that, it made me think. I'm like, I bet low key, even though this is satire, I can see there's probably a lot more places that's probably like this than you would ever think, you know?
I mean, people got to remember the people behind these churches, like, yes, it's in the name of the Lord, and you know what I mean? God is all knowing and all that, but like, it's still people behind these churches at the end of the day. Like, it's human beings, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of, you always hear about these scandals of like, and it ain't even just a black church thing, but you'll hear about scandals of people in the church, you know, cheating on their spouses with other people in the church, and you know, it just be a lot going on behind the scenes with the church. It's low key like it's like any other job. Like, you might have, you know, your coworker that's married, sleeping with another coworker or whatever. Like, it's the same thing with these churches.
Nah, facts.
I think people, because we have a friend like that, Mo, or at least 10 years ago, where that said friend was like anti-church, just because they thought it was fraudulent. And I just think that's very ironic to be like, oh yeah, I don't mess with the church because the church is too like hypocritical or something like that. Like, I don't play with that. And it's like, let's go to the strip club. Like, huh? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I think it gives people a lazy excuse to not go to church. And it's just like what Jelani said is ironically in the word as well. Man will let you down. Don't lean upon man for anything, because man is only human, and we were born in sin and we're all flesh, so it's gonna let you down every single time, bro. You don't let the actions of people in the church affect your decision to go to church. Go to church because you're supposed to go to church. It's gonna be someone in there, you know, that you'll connect with and help you grow. And if that's not the place, then keep searching for another church home. You'll find one. Like Mo said, like Mo, go to church in Dallas, Texas. He in Dallas, Georgia. You know, I'm in, you know, another state, and I still watch my church back home in Gwinnett. Well, they moved now to Decatur, DeKalb, Georgia, and stuff like that. Shout out to Darius Daniels and Change Church. You know, there is a church for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, if your church on some fugazi stuff and you don't like that, just find another church. Y'all have the mentality with women, right? Like, oh, if one girl ain't acting right, just get another one, bro. But with church, y'all can't have the same type of understanding and patience. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all just got to look at y'all actions and what y'all saying sometimes, bro. Like, y'all have to I mean, I don't want to preach to you. You prioritize what you want to preach, but I think you should prioritize church, me personally.
Nah, facts. I definitely feel you on that, bro. You know, I think, and a lot of people have had bad church experiences that has led them away from God. But I think that's why, where we even started with this whole conversation with Buddy from 2819 talking about get into the word yourself, build that connection with God yourself. I think, also finding like churches and sermons to help, guide you and, give teachings on the word as well as the reading is really good, but
small groups.
Yeah,
Small
exactly.
groups.
But at the same time, I think it starts with you reading yourself. It's just like if you was like in college, you gotta read the stuff in the textbook yourself. But at the same time, for it to all come together, you go to class, and so
Band, bro. Band.
Okay.
Well, you gotta practice the music yourself.
Oh, facts. No,
You
facts.
practice the scales, everything like that before you go to class and go to rehearsal, everything like that, or you will fall behind. Trust. As someone who went from first chair to fourth chair, oh yeah, if you ain't practicing at home, that work gonna show eventually.
Right, for real, bro.
Speaking of churches, did y'all watch the funeral of Charlie Kirk?
Nah.
Andrew Callahan just posted his video on that. How y'all feel? Okay. I could ask Mo because Mo's the one who put me on with Andrew a few years ago, and I became like immediately obsessed with him when he put me on to him. But now it's kind of like controversial to even like acknowledge his existence. How I feel about him is I watch it a lot less. I still every now and again check out Channel 5 just because he made a video just addressing everything and was saying I apologize and this and that. But I don't know. Like I definitely don't. I'm just not as engaged as I used to be with this content because of all the personal stuff. And then, the fact that his editors and his team members quit, you can tell from the new videos how they're edited. A lot of the humor and a lot of the engaging, entertaining parts of his content came from the editors. Like the comedic timing they had, I felt like was like second to none. And he doesn't have that necessarily. It's not as sharp now. I noticed that. So I guess I'll ask Mo first. That he put me on to Andrew. How you feel about Andrew and Channel 5 right now? Like, you still rocking with him? Did you take a step back, or how you feeling about him?
Yeah, I took a step back a while ago. I can't remember exactly what it was.
It was it was multiple women from like different states, because you know how like he travels around America to do these stories. Women from different states, they like just posted screenshots of him DMing them, and he was pretty much just being outed as a sexual pest. So like girl like I don't really want to go out and get drinks. He's like, come on, let's like, it'd be like that. And they were kind of like exposing him for that.
Well, I'll say I did not really know about that. I think when he started getting very political, it's like I like I like his early work of like covering, especially when he was covering back in like 2020, and I think he was in like Minnesota.
Yeah. I thought you was about to say when he was at the beach during quarantine.
Nah,
that's one of my favorite videos ever, bro. They snap with that. They can't take that away. But yeah.
But yeah, when he started the political stuff, I think I got off him when he really got into MAGA bag, where like he's not MAGA, but he'll interviewing a lot of MAGA people, and then I was like, I don't really care to watch this, and so I think that's where I kind of got off of him, and I think I was off of him before all the stuff with the allegations had came out, so it was just I remember he had a show, it's like he had a Channel 5 and it was with a network, and then the network, I think
all gas, no breaks.
Yeah, and I think what they dropped him.
Yeah, they dropped him, and then he just grabbed everybody from the all gas, no breaks team, and then created Channel 5.
Yeah.
You were the one that told me this, by the way.
Yeah, it's just been so long. I couldn't fully
Yeah.
remember.
No. I just wanted to give you your credit. I
Yeah.
want to just say it like I just knew it.
Yeah, nah. But I remember, bro, when he used to do the stuff on Bourbon Street. That's where I was like, okay, this man funny. And then start going around and just the random interview. But I say he just got too political. And then when it got too political, then I was just like, bro, this ain't really what I was here for. But yeah, so no, I don't follow him. I think I do still follow him technically on Instagram, but now that he got some weird cases, I might go ahead and take that back. But yeah, man, I don't know. I hate that.
Your sound went out.
Oh, I was saying I hate that he went so far left from what he was originally on, And I say good to
I
be.
think he was doing that to prove like he was trying to be different than. And he says it in every video. He's trying to be different than mainstream media by giving everybody equal attention. So doing like the craziest white ringers, the craziest leftists, and it's like CNN ain't doing this. Fox News ain't doing this. And that's like his whole kind of goal. And in that, I get what you're saying. Like, I'm just like, it's just too much. But hold on. I'm going to read this last part. She said, this girl said this after his documentary trailer came out with HBO a couple years ago. She said, if HBO cuts you a fat check and you in any way feel like helping contribute to the massive amount of therapy bills I've accrued due to the night that you coerced me and assaulting trauma, my Venmo is da-da-da-da. Thanks. What it was?
Resulting.
I didn't see the R. Zooting. I had a comment on that, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yo, J. Cole follows 404 people, and one of them is Andrew Callahan.
J. Cole?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I remember. Only thing I watched some of the Channel 5 videos. The one where they went to O Block. I think it was like a couple more that I didn't seen from his videos or whatever. I knew he had like the weird case or whatever. I don't know. I didn't know what the specific was. So yeah, I never really. Long story short, I never super got into the videos, but I just remember seeing his name trending for going viral when he had like the whole situation. But I know that Hunter Biden interview supposedly was a real great interview from what I've been told. I never really
he got Crip Mac lit.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. He did get Crip Mac. Yeah, I remember seeing that one too. That was like a few years ago. But yeah. I think Crip Mac's still in jail right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, free Crip Mac for sure.
Yo, Adam 22 just be Adam 22 be having black people work for him for like 6 months and then they go to prison and then he just keeps on moving on with his channel.
Right. And Wax is there next to him the whole time, and people just like, yep, Wax a OG, Wax is this, Wax is that. Wax is like, he a rat, she a rat. And I was like, dang, has it ever dawned upon you guys that maybe Wack 100 might just be the rat?
I was just gonna say Wack 100 is a government informant as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's no way that this man is making it. First off, like, what is he? Okay, so he was the games manager for a minute, I think.
Yeah, he a Blueface manager now.
Bro, Blueface ain't had a hit song since.
But he been locked up.
I'm saying even before when he was free, Blueface ain't had a hit song since like 2019, bro.
No. Cause the joint with DDG came out after that.
Was that a hit or like it might have been? It might have
hit. What would you say that's a hit, Mo?
It hit the top 100.
It was playing in college basketball games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll say this is a solid hit, especially for the caliber of artists that they are.
It wasn't as big as Pink Dreads, but it was big. It was big.
I know he wrote the song for his girl.
It's a vibe all the time. That was a hit. That was a hit.
No. He wrote the I can't. I'm gonna sound crazy singing the song, but I'm gonna just sing part of it. Just that I'm a bad little bitch and I'm stiff like a Barbie. Yeah, he wrote that for her.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that joint that was a little TikTok moment, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
that was a
That
TikTok
was a
moment.
minor hit. So maybe I don't. My point is like I don't want to count no man's money, but it's like, bro, you gotta be tapped in mind to see for you to know all this personal information about all these rappers, and you got all this paperwork, and none of the artists that you or the main artist that you manage has not made a major hit in a few years now. Like you tapped in with the government or something to a certain extent.
How you the only one that didn't go to jail?
Well, he manages the Game and Ray J as well.
Yeah, I know. See, I didn't know if he still. I know he managed Game for a minute. I didn't know if he still. But even with Game, I don't think he was managing Game at the beginning of his career when Game was really popping. I feel like he kind of came along out of nowhere, like early 2010s around that time.
Yeah, I most likely. I don't think he was there from the beginning.
Yeah, he wasn't with Game when Game was on G Unit or nothing like that.
No,
the
facts.
last Game hit was Easy. That was like 3 Kanye's ago.
I don't even know if that was really a hit. It was a good song or whatever.
Well,
but
I played it so many times, it was a hit in my eyes.
Yeah.
I think his last hit was 100.
Low key.
I don't know, bro. Like,
I think you're right.
Yeah. I feel like that Easy was like everywhere. Like, cause remember the video? Y'all remember the video of Game in the room in the studio with all his boys, and Kanye not there, but they all singing Kanye's verse word for word.
I'll keep it a
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll keep it a buck. I've never heard the song.
You ain't never heard of there was just because I ain't bring nothing to the table when I'm the table.
I think I played it like maybe once or twice when it came out, but bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm so disconnected to Ye musically, bro. Like for like the last, I'll say this whole decade, man. Like I listened to. I think the last thing I listened to Vultures 1, not even the whole thing, maybe like half of it. And it was songs that I liked, but I'm kind of out the loop, man. I'm gonna be honest when it comes to
Donda One legit.
I've heard good things about it. It was songs that I liked.
Man, you was tapped out before Donda One. Donda One was his best album since the whole Psychosis. It was his best album since like the whole Yay Slavery Was a Choice era 2018.
Okay.
Kids See Ghosts, all that. Like Donda was like you can pretty much go from Pablo to Donda. Like you can skip that whole whatever that was in the middle.
Yeah, I haven't heard a full Kanye project since Pablo.
You ain't heard Donda?
Front to back, bro, it's tough, bro. And it's not even, you know what it is for me? It's like, I don't believe you. It ain't even like I know he's capable of still making great music. It's just like, bro, I don't take what you say seriously because I know you just be saying shit just to get a reaction a lot of times. So it's kind of hard for me to like really be invested in your words at all.
For me, during that time when because right after Pablo is when he started doing the God stuff, right?
No. He did Yay, and then he did because 2018 he did all the 7-track joints. So Pusha T did Daytona, Nas did the 7-track joint, Tiana Taylor did the 7-track joint, Kids See Ghosts, and then Yay, or he did the Poopity Scoop for Drake, and then and Drake wrote Yikes, Something Good, Medicine, Frightening. Right now, and then he did the joint with Lil Pump. You such a FNO, I love it. And then he went gospel. And then when he did the gospel on the press tour, he said, "Yeah, last year I was talking about you're such a FNO, I love it." And I was like, "Yo, that was last year. That's crazy. You did a whole 180 and then he flipped right back 180. He was like, I have a problem with God. He not getting me what I want. I was like, oh my goodness, this dude is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly why I wasn't really rocking with Ye, like the album, because I still like it's a couple songs that I do like off of it. And I think, I will say I do periodically find songs that I do enjoy of his like, but listen to a whole project because I know during that time, I can't remember exactly what he was talking. You know, it's been so many different phases.
Slavery was a choice. That was right before he put out Yay.
Yeah, it was just and I think maybe that, but also it's just like I see him as very like, you know, just kind of what we were talking about with, you know, the pastors and stuff. He's very performative, and then he gets back into people's good graces by, you know, just saying what people want to hear. And I think for me, like after Pablo, like Pablo was like I loved Pablo. But then after that, it was just so much of, you know, him saying crazy stuff and then but then doing something and saying something to try and get people back on his side and then doing crazy stuff again and then blah blah. And I was just like, I don't support this no more. Like I'm not going to, because I'm a big person on, if I don't rock with you, then I'm just not going to support you. I'm not going to go like, I don't want to put no money in your pockets. You know, I don't want you to fail, but at the same time, I'm just not going to attribute to it. But and I think that was around that time where, yeah, like Yay and all that stuff. Definitely, I was just like, yeah, I'm not with this. And yeah, because I think I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think I maybe heard like 3 songs off of Kids See Ghosts. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I can't
I
even
know. Reborn, of course.
Reborn.
I'm so reborn. I'm moving for home.
What's the one where it's like, I just wanna be free.
Yeah.
Is the same song?
You know the Tiana Taylor joint, the you wanna love me, you wanna hold me and squeeze. And then of course Daytona, if you know, you know. That's all.
Yeah, I know those.
Me,
I know
me
those
and Mo,
projects. Huh?
me and Mo low key on the same page, bro. Because for me, it was like, I don't know what it was. I'm thinking about it now. So it was just so much, bro. That, you know what it was, that period of time in between after Pablo came. First off, the rollout for Pablo was excuse my language, but it was a fucking mess. Like just even leading up to Pablo, like the release, he was taking songs off and then putting them back on. Like it was just a lot going on with the release of that album. So that started it. And then he had the weird when he first started claiming Trump. This was like late 2016, early 2017. That kind of made me turn off a little bit. But then I feel like he kind of chilled out for a little bit, like, and then he went right back to, once you got to 2018, he went right back to the whole Trump, you know, slavery, like you just said, that whole phase. At that point, I just kind of checked out. Like but I remember listening to I gave the Christian album a listen. That was the next year, 2019. The Jesus is King, I think it's called. Yeah, I remember giving that a spin. But I haven't been fully tapped in as like a full blown Ye fan since Pablo.
Y'all giving the doc a try? I seen the clip. I didn't watch the clips, but I seen them pop up and people post them a lot. And I was like, this looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like apparently Michael Che, after he went on that rant at SNL that he wasn't supposed to go on at the end of the episode, Michael Che like apparently confronted him backstage, and I would like to see that clip. So I think I'm interested in watching the doc now.
Yeah, I saw that clip on social media, and then him yelling at Kris Jenner. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you watch it and then it's good, then I guess let me know. Then maybe I'll check it out. I'm not, cause from the clips that I saw, it's not really what I care to see. Cause I said like him just acting so sporadic, and from what I've heard, it's a lot of him looking as if he knows what he's doing while kind of putting people through the ringer. and that isn't really I want to watch. So I don't know. Like maybe I'll check it out, but I don't think I'm not super interested to go run to go watch it. I'm definitely not going to go pay money to watch it in theaters. So yeah, I mean, you know, it probably is interesting. I think the Genius doc was that's the light that I'd rather see Kanye in, where it's just inspirational. You know, with this, it just seems like you see the behind the scenes of the chaos, and it shows you that it's even more chaos than what's on the surface. From, as I said, from what I've seen, the clips I've seen, and what I've heard. But yeah, so that's why I'm kind of good. So I mean, you know, if you check it out and it's something worth watching, let me know.
Yeah. Shout out Sad Baby, but she was in the, like, a Las Vegas hotel room when he was going on one of those rants and told Yes Jules to leave the room and stuff like that when she tried to talk back to him and stuff like that. And he was making Carnival then when he was like, yeah, I think I'm Bill Cosby. I think I'm Puff Daddy. You know, he was naming just like the most outrageous names he can name, and he was recording it in a room full of people. And you know, she saw him then, and I wonder for like so many people like Jack Harlow, who like looked up to this dude. He's like his favorite rapper, and you know, he takes the first plane to Miami to record for Donda 2, and you know, he has a song with Kanye West, and I know that was just like the biggest moment. And like Kanye shouts him out on Instagram, and I seen Kanye one and only time in my life, kind of in the middle of like him spiraling and kind of like losing his, I want to say losing his value, but kind of in a way losing like a lot of the extinguished like Kanye West and stuff like that. And I know for me, it was kind of tough. Just like, this was one of my heroes. I don't know, you're not supposed to idolize anybody, but he was kind of like a hero for me, like from a kid up. And I'm like kind of just watching the character, like this Ray J-anized version of Kanye West, you know. And that's the one that I got to interact with, you know, see in person for a few seconds and for a few moments. And it kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dang, I would have loved to meet that Kanye. You know what I mean? The Polo Kanye, but I don't know, bro. It's just sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I just came to the conclusion that Kanye's gone. So I appreciate the work that he's done in the past, but yeah, for me, that Kanye is just so gone that I'm just like, I don't know. It's like you go through your periods of mourning, and then after you just come to the realization. And I think that's where like I've been at for a while now with him, where it's just like, this just ain't the Kanye that I grew up on. Like I love Kanye growing up, but I'm like, this ain't it no more. And I'm not finna act like, you know, and I think he keeps getting so many chances because people, they want it to be it again. They want him to be that person again, you know. But it's just it's not happening. You know, I said like I'm not going, I don't like to, I say him pulling on the strings of people where it's like you do something crazy messed up and then come right back and be like, well, you know, like, you know, I follow God now, or, you know, or do this, do that. And it's like, I'm like, bruh, do y'all not see? You know, it's just like, he's like doing something where, I think that was from Joe Budden, before Joe Budden, from what I heard.
Okay. 05, I was thinking, yay.
Yeah. But I don't know. But I feel like that'll make more sense for Joe Budden, for the fact that, you know, Joe has a platform and is always talking about Drake in some form. But yeah, man.
I seen somebody, they said it was about Memphis Bleak or whatever.
Memphis Bleak was way left field. That's the
Memphis Bleak got a podcast. That was somebody just said that. It probably was about Joe Budden, but somebody had said I guess I don't think Memphis Bleak said nothing crazy about him, but he said something about like Drake should just move on and forget about the beef or whatever. It probably was more so about Joe Budden. Joe Budden and Drake got a real, like, certain rappers got weird relationships with each other where it's like it's kind of like a love-hate relationship, I feel like, to an extent. Because Drake was absolutely at one point was a huge Joe Budden fan. And if
Drake
you go back
got love-hate relationships with everybody he's ever beefed with.
To
an extent. To an extent, but I feel like his relationship with Joe Budden and his relationship with Ye, I feel like are probably like his two most complicated relationships. Like, I feel like every few years they go back and forth between being cool versus not being cool.
Tyga.
I don't know if that's a complicated relationship. I don't think Drake and Tyga have any sort of relationship anymore. Like, do you think Drake still keeps up with some of the people in Young Money that was there when he first got there? Like,
yeah, somewhat. Like he cause them they still take pictures with him. So like they posted on like I seen like Lil Twist a few years ago with a picture of like Drake with the braids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I saw I want to say last year or earlier this year, it was somebody. I can remember, I don't think it was Mac Main. It might have been Gutta Gutta. One of them people that was like, in there. They were talking about him and just giving him a lot of praise and whatnot. So I think he has a good relationship with most of them. I don't know where things went left with him and Tiger. But yeah, that clearly. And then honestly, the Memphis Bleak thing might be true. I didn't see the Shannon Sharp interview, but I think Memphis Bleak just did an interview with Shannon Sharp, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
he did.
So I can see, Shannon Sharp asking him something about the beef or,
Shannon Sharp is hilarious, man. This man, like, if you put a gun in Shannon Sharp's head and you ask this man to name 3 Memphis Bleak songs, he would be shot of luck. Right. This is coming from somebody who actually, like, I genuinely like Memphis Bleak music. Maybe it's because I'm like a Jay-Z stan or whatever, but like, I like.
Hold on. I want to play this because I never. This is my first time seeing this.
It's on mute, is it?
Yeah, can't hear nothing.
My bad. I'm glad y'all was on here. I gotta share the screen again. Hold on.
That'd be a funny rap beef, though. Drake versus Memphis Bleak.
You got to get some hitters down there. But think about this, Bleak. All the people that Drake done jumped on the feature with, all the people that on the tour when he go on tour, y'all come on.
Yeah.
Everybody turned their back on this man.
He should have gave me a verse. Should have gave me a verse. I'd have been on the front line with you, Superman.
Are you surprised they did a man like that?
Yes, it's like there's no love in this game, man. People gonna use you for what they need you for, and then when they done with you, they're gonna put you back because they don't need you no more. They got what they needed. So this game is dirty, man. It's a really, really dirty game, and you got to pick your friends and know your enemies, for sure.
J. Cole was like in it for a hot second. J. Cole said, "Nah, this ain't for me."
Yeah, he got up out of there.
Yeah,
the pot guy. He got up out of there.
He jumped back on his bike and rolled off there like Debo.
Yeah.
I think Joe Budden
said nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably about Joe Budden. He ain't say nothing too crazy.
Joe Budden said it best, bro, when he said, "You've been effing rappers, girls. You've been so you've been moving like a piece of fish for this long." I think Joe Budden is right because Tyler Creator said someone on "Don't Tap the Glass."
What did he say?
He told you ain't want to listen. Now you looking like a victim.
I mean, I guess.
my bad, bro.
Nah, you get. No, what are you finna say, bro?
No, I was gonna say, I do feel like I gotta. I don't know. I think Drake might have been acting a little bit sensitive, being mad at Tyler, but it was other people that we ain't got to rehash it too much. But like it was certain people like the whole LeBron situation, I do kind of feel like Drake was right about that. Like it was certain people that if we supposed to be, especially DeMar DeRozan, like bro, if we really that close, bro, don't be at a concert dancing to a song calling me a pedophile, bro, and definitely don't be in the music video in that same song calling me a pedophile, you know. But I don't. He was. I don't think Drake was being 100% sensitive on all those situations.
Nah, you know, and I think also, you know, I think realistically, yeah, the Buddy ain't, you know, an angel. He definitely, you know, as you said, like probably been out here, like, you know, like doing X, Y, and Z, all these, you know, to the rapper girls and X, Y, and Z. But I think with the people that he worked with and that he close with, he does a lot for people as well. You know, and I think
smashed Wayne, girl.
I mean, Wayne didn't care about that though. But that's the thing. Like y'all bring it up as if it's like it's a difference if like it's a difference in one of those situations where if like Wayne was mad about it, then it'll be like, okay, Wayne didn't care. You know, Wayne was just like, okay. Like, I don't know. It'd be different if they had like if it was something, because that's y'all bringing up another man's business and then getting mad at him when the man who's involved doesn't care. So I don't know. To me, like, cause that's like, let's say you hit Jelani girl, but it was like turns out the girl was just a pass around for Jelani. You know, it was just like, yeah, this is my girl, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It'd be different if it was like hit his wife or it was like why he was with Lauren London. You know, so like his baby moms or something like that. Then it's like that's one thing, but I don't know. That's why I say like I feel you. But at the same time, if Wayne doesn't care, why do we care? As I said, like y'all, I don't know. People kind of, it's not our business to really care about that. But more of what I was saying is I was like, realistically though, he's done a lot for people. He's done a lot to help. And you can't say he hasn't. Everybody always try to say like, well, it's for the benefit of himself. And it's like, you know, have you ever read Think and Grow Rich? And then, so in Think and Grow Rich, they talk about how when you help others, it's for the benefit of both of y'all. Like, you know, that it should be for the benefit. It's like you're going to genuinely help people, but at the same time, that's where it comes back for you, where it becomes a mutually beneficial relationship. That's where success comes from, you know? And I think that's what he did for so long. It's like, yeah, it's like they're like, well, like he only did it because it did help him. It's like, yeah, like if he saw the play where it's like, all right, this is going to help me, but also it's going to bring you into a whole new stratosphere of life, you know? And it's like you can't say that he didn't bring a lot of people into a whole new stratosphere of life, bro. But what you do with it afterwards, you know, they talk about like with McConan, like, man, you know, he brought McConan up and then just spit him right back out. And it's like, I mean, what more can you do for a man? It's like sometimes you got to want to go get it for yourself. It's like, I don't know. That's how I personally feel. It's like you can bring people up. That's like with you, Rashad. You can put me like on your channel and then be like, yo, Mono's hottest rapper out, this, that, and the other. But then if I don't go and it could give me plenty of eyes on me. But if I don't go grind and do what I need to do afterwards, it's gonna mean nothing. It's like you did your part. And it's, you know, so and I think that's where a lot of it is, you know. I don't know. That's how and I felt that, you know, for a while, because that's how I've always seen it. It's like, yeah, you know, these people are gaining benefit where he's also gaining benefit, but at the same time, if afterwards, I don't know, y'all expect him to just carry every person's hand, you know, like
I mean, it feel like he been carrying Smiley hand since I double the digital dance. What that song came out 2018. He's still holding on to Smiley hand.
I mean, I don't know their relationship. I mean, it seemed like, and I don't know, maybe Smiley, because I will say Smiley still has somewhat of his own fan base. And as I said, I don't really know. You know, I can't tell you with every person. But I would say with McConan, you know, or like that's why I just say that's the best example I could think of. People always talk about how like, man, he just did McConan so bad, this, that, and the other, and it's like
I get we could go down the list of the OVO artists. Four Bats.
Four Bats is an OVO artist, bro. We looked this up before.
Yeah. He had the one project deal with them.
Yeah.
Four Bats.
And then you said it again.
Well, no, my boys. Division.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what did he not do with Division? I think, as I said, like, I think at the time, like, they left because it's a lot of stuff going on. If the person the label that you're under is like the head of that label is beefing with the bigger conglomerate, this ain't the time you want to be under him right now, because it's going to make things tough for everybody. It's like the budgets ain't going to be the same, because they're not going to just, oh, well, I know we beefing with you, but we're still going to give the artist that you're signing X, Y, and Z money. Nah, that's
the point is, though, the overall point, outside of Party, there hasn't been any artist in OVO that has popped. He wants to claim Weeknd, but Weeknd obviously doesn't want him to claim him. So that's the point. And he signed multiple artists over the years to OVO. So it's like you doing all this kind of like what feels like fake love, but ain't nobody really reaping the benefits because you're not really putting in the effort when you really need to.
I mean, all these Division is a pretty big R&B artist, bro. Like they're not at his level. I mean, what's popping for you, bro?
Dreamville. J. Cole is on every Ari Lennox when she was with Dreamville. He was on every Ari Lennox biggest singles. He was on every, he brought out Boss with him because he got Jid lit. He got Earth Gang pretty lit. And so he was trying to get Boss lit. But he got him lit, bring him out in the middle of his Dreamville sets. Bring Boss on the road with him. Have Boss be his hype man and the opener and the song. So, like, you can see with J. Cole and his artists, he makes an effort, all-out effort, to make sure they are good and successful and put them on and everything like that. But that's what everybody says. Signing to another artist is always tricky because you know that they aren't going to give you, you know what I'm saying? They ain't going to put, you above themselves in their own careers.
But I'm saying Division is successful.
Another artist. So Division, but Division is so underground. Like, is Division more lit than Lucky Day? Is Division more lit than Luke James? It might be as popular as Luke James.
I will say they've had their moments where they've been up and they've been down. But I think
Leon Thomas.
I mean, yeah, they're not Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas is a special talent, bro. Like Leon Thomas is writing Snooze. And then, it's like he's writing Mutt. That isn't there's a difference because Division is a great, like, Division, as David and his partner, 1985, they're both really good, but at the same time, they're not writing to the level of Leon Thomas. So that's the difference. But also I would say at one point they were about as big as Lucky Day. Like everybody knows who Division is. Like their music does, and I would say, as I said, they've had a run. I would think right now they're they're cooled off, but I would say at their height when they dropped let's see, what's the name of that tape? Especially like Amusing Her Feelings. That was a really good one. But yeah, like the morning after September 5th, during 2016, you got to think they got dang near 10 years in the game now. It's like how long you?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, what you?
I'm saying they've been grinding, known on an underground, niche following. They never got Bryson Tiller. They never got Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
not everybody's going to get there though. But I mean,
yeah, but okay, but look though. Let's stay where we were, right? Ari Lennox she got not just one, she got a couple of them radio hits.
Okay, so realistically, so Ari Lennox, if you're talking about
Ari Lennox,
you got
Jid,
you got two.
100% solidified.
Yeah, you got two artists that are 100% solidified, and then you got
Weekend don't count for OVO.
No,
So
I
it's
mean
the
that's
party.
cool, but like realistically, the artists that you did bring, like not every artist is going to reach those heights. And I will say, realistically, Party is bigger than both of them combined, than Jid and Ari combined, bro. So if you want to bring up like equivalents, like he has at least one superstar. You feel me? So I think with like Magic Jordan, they had their time as well. And it's like you got to think a lot of these artists, as I said, they've been in the game for so long that some of their moments came and went. It is what it is in the game, bro. Like not everybody's going to be at the top, and Ari Lennox is definitely up there. But I think it's like we'll see where she is in another 5 to 10 years when she has about the same amount of time as Division. So, and I think like
it's gonna get quiet for Ari Lennox because she no longer Dreamville, which I don't think she understood, but it's gonna get quiet for Ari Lennox because she no longer Dreamville.
Yes, I mean, I feel you, bro, to an extent, but at the same time, I think the artists that have been under OVO, bro, like they all have been successful in their own right. Like you make it seem like they're just like they're not suave, you know. Like when we were talking about like underground, like Division isn't underground, bro. Magic Jordan is not underground. Like you know who these people are. Like
I mean, but I know him mostly because of Drake. I think that's the problem here.
No, but that's what you know.
Like,
Ari Lennox,
I wouldn't, but it's like
that's the whole point though.
But no, because Jid and Ari Lennox, I'm not like J. Cole. I'm thinking, oh, Jid, oh, Ari Lennox. When I think of Division, I think, aren't those the guys that were signed to OVO? When I think of Majid Jordan, isn't that the group of the little that did the thing? Just hold on, we're going home with Drake. Like that's what I think with those guys. Like I don't think like them just individually. When I think of Ari Lennox, I think of Ari Lennox, one of the hottest R&B acts. And then if I'm really thinking, I'm like, okay, she used to be signed to J. Cole and Dreamville. That's how she came up. Jid, oh, he's one of the hottest, kind of newer acts that's popped recently in rap music. And okay, yeah, he signed to J. Cole. He with Dreamville.
Magic Jordan has almost 10 million monthly listeners. Ari Lennox has 2.
Are you okay? If you go out and just ask people, if you ask R&B listeners, who they know, Majid Jordan or Ari Lennox, bro?
They're gonna know both. Who do they listen to currently? They're gonna listen to Ari Lennox currently. If this was, let's say, with Magic Jordan, if this would probably
if it was just hold on, we're going home. Of course, everybody gonna say Majid Jordan.
No, but it's like, bro, like 2016, bro, like 2016, 2017, bro, they was in their bag. They made some good music and was in a good pocket, bro. And I would say, so that's what I'm saying. If it was around that time, then yeah, but I'm like, this is darn near 10 years later. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Not everybody gonna stay hot forever. So that's why I'm like, I don't really get it. Cause like even Lucky Day's not at the same place he was. What is it about like 3?
Roll some more.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm thinking about is just like there are certain artists who like break the threshold, like in R&B, because everybody complain about R&B and the state of R&B and everything like that. But there are certain artists that have broken through that R&B ceiling within the past decade or so. And I feel like Division never got out of the R&B bubble. Majid Jordan never got out of the R&B. Like they stayed in the R&B bubbles. I
mean, not everybody's going to make it there, bro. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like not every artist is going to become, just because you got talent doesn't mean you're going to make it to that next level, bro. Like, and
I feel like if Drake supported them the way that he's supporting Smiley, I feel like it could have happened, bro.
I mean, I think he supported them for a long time, bro. Like he supported them. That's what I'm saying. At the height of their careers, Drake was 100% behind them and dropping and like giving them features and this, that, and the other. But also, he is the big. You got to also think. I would say with J. Cole, if you want to make that comparison, J. Cole took the time to back up. Like Drake is still has been and it still is the biggest artist in the world. So like biggest hip hop artist in the world. And so realistically, it's like, bro, he's not gonna be able to be as hands-on as a J. Cole is, who is very behind the scenes, who is very just not at that level and doesn't take as much time to and isn't as I wouldn't say not dedicated to music, but it's just like he takes time, he takes breaks.
But that's what we saying. You say dedicated. The whole argument is Drake truly dedicated to helping these artists, or is it just a quick, benefit for them, and then like you say, a mutual benefit for both artists? Because if that's what it is, that's what it is. I don't think that necessarily makes Drake a nice or a good person, and I think that's the way you're trying to paint it. I don't think that makes him a good person. I
didn't say he was. Good person wasn't what I was saying. I was saying that what he did, he helped a lot of people.
I think genuine help looks more like J. Cole as opposed to what Drake was doing.
I mean, I think Drake gave them genuine help. It's just all about what you do with your moment, bro. And I think at the same time, like it'd be different. And that's why I'm saying, like, I think even that's why I was saying the thing about, with Wayne and, him having sex with Wayne girl. It's like, if these artists come out and say Drake didn't do enough for me, then I'll be like, okay, I feel you, Rashad. But none of these artists have ever came out and spoke bad about him. Like they've never said anything to where it's like, oh, he's not doing enough for us. He didn't do X, Y, and Z. If they come out and say that, then okay, I'll be like, I feel you, bro. But at the same time, I'm like, this is all off of speculation of how you feel he should move.
Let's pull a page out of the Heart Part 6. Why haven't we had a Wayne Drake song since the beef? Why does Wayne shows keep playing Not Like Us and Wayne come back out and say, oh, I don't know how that happened. I don't know what's going on. Why haven't we seen Drake?
When was the last time Not Like Us got played at a Wayne show, bro?
When it first came out.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You made it seem like you said, why does it keep playing? As if it's still playing currently. As if it's still...
Ain't nobody checking for no Wayne shows on his tour right now. The only reason why I knew he was on tour is because you was talking about he was on tour.
But yeah, I feel you on that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you saying like, why has there been no Drake and Wayne songs since the beef? It's like
great example. Maybe like a year or two ago, Wayne was on tour, right?
Yeah,
he went to Toronto, right? Who opened up for him? They said, we got a local artist in Toronto. Y'all show him some love. Marvin's Room plays. They go crazy. It's Drake. That stuff don't happen no more between them two. What is going on?
Drake, okay, it's like, bruh, like the show that he was doing, I don't think he was actually on tour when all that stuff. I think he was doing shows. There's a difference between going on tour and then doing shows. But I think he was doing shows and then, Not Like Us play, blah, blah, blah. But like, while he's on tour right now, Drake has been on tour. So like, no, he's now have the chance. And we'll see what happens when he does hit Toronto because Drake will be off a tour by then. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think they need to always collaborate. I'm like, bro, they got enough music together, bro. It's like, I don't know. I'm like, I think y'all like, and I think you in this example, bro, like you're looking for more out of these people than what they're expecting out of each other. And it's like,
I've seen Nicki get into it with Rock Nation and all that, and everybody talking about Nicki crazy, Nicki this, Nicki that. Drake said something about Nicki, standing up for Nicki. I think he posted her on his story or something like that. It was something that was talked about. It was something that, okay, Drake came to Nicki to let you know, I'm still Team Nicki. I'm still with the bars. I'm still with Young Money all day. I ain't seen nothing like that between him and Wayne ever since this whole thing. I don't know what it is.
I mean, what is he supposed to be doing, bro? I mean, do you know his Instagram? What's his-
Instagram story. You know how Drake talk?
No, but
He talk through-
what is Drake's Instagram profile photo right now?
I don't know. I ain't on Instagram.
Lil Wayne.
Is baby?
No, it's Lil Wayne, bro. It's been Lil Wayne for like the last year.
But Wayne ain't saying nothing.
I mean, what is Wayne supposed to be saying?
I need to know if these boys cool. We don't know.
Like, you get what I'm saying, Jelani? Okay, what's your opinion? Because I'm like, what are you expecting? It's like that's what I'm saying. You want to know that they're cool, but it's like, what are they supposed to be saying? They don't need to be saying nothing for y'all. That's for you. That's what I'm saying. You as a person on the outside is expecting things that they don't need to give. It's like if they cool, they know they cool, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you talking about like, oh, they need to let the public know. It's like not everything's for the public, bro. Like, and I think maybe from your perspective of being a journalist, that all this stuff should be public and this is stuff that should be able to be reported on. But I think some things, what's understood, don't need to be explained. You know, if they cool, bro. Like,
I think they probably are still cool behind the scenes, but they probably not as the relationship probably not the same as it was when you got to be in close proximity to somebody. It's like y'all got a different type of relationship than versus when everybody out doing their own thing. So Drake hasn't been under Wayne honestly since he went to jail. Like we talk about him being under Wayne, like, and that was like 2010 where he was really like right underneath Wayne. Like that was kind of the last era. And then they still stayed cool and did songs together and worked for a few years. I would say the last just straight up Drake and Wayne song that we got together. I think it was that song that it was on If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I forget. Was it Drake and Wayne had a song together on If You're Reading This Is Too Late, right? Am I tripping?
Yes, they had
Exactly. Yeah. So they probably still cool, just not the same way that they was probably in like 2009, 2010 when Drake was Wayne's little homie. But yeah, I don't think they got like real. No, I did want to clear up though the main reason why I interjected. So I think the whole rumor about Drake smashing his girl, I think what actually happened was, from what I saw people saying, was that he didn't smash when they was together. I think he smashed her before. I hate talking about women like that, but I think he had sex with her before her and Wayne got together, and then he didn't. I don't think Drake brought it up, and then he ended up finding out that this girl that he was in love with had sex with Drake before. At least that's the way I remember it going. I could be wrong, but I don't think he smashed her like the way Kendrick said it, like when he was in jail, because that would just be like some real trifling shit. Because I think that was the girl that Wayne, because that was the girl he was talking about when he was like, but hoes couldn't be hoes, so I couldn't blame like I think he had real feelings for that girl.
Yeah, so I don't really even know the full story. I just know it wasn't anything to be a point of contention for their relationship.
Yeah, they still stayed cool for years after that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like really, like as I said, like Buddy still. As I said, you want to see him show support. As I said, like Drake's profile picture for a good minute now has been Lil Wayne, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like that's a sign of like if you beefing with somebody, you're not going to have them as your profile photo. And
it might be Drake love Wayne, but does Wayne love Drake? And I'm saying, here's the thing, right? Because you know, Jelani brought up like all those years and stuff like that. I'm bringing up as recent as the Young Money reunion at OVO Fest a couple years ago. He bring everybody out on stage. He got on the rain jacket and stuff like that. Oh, y'all give it up for the best rapper to ever live, Lil Wayne, the best female rapper, Nicki Minaj. That's what it was. He still showed that love to Nicki, like I said, within the last couple months in one of these like Nicki rants and stuff like that, everything like that. I just ain't seen that on both sides with him and Wayne. And like I said, like it don't have to be a song, but it's just like they pop out at each other's shows every single year and have done since 09. And every single time what Drake said, y'all give it up for the greatest rapper of all time, my boss, the reason why I'm here, Mr. Dwayne Carter, this and that. He said, give it up for Drizzy Drake. Like, we haven't had that since the beef.
I mean,
and
but
it's just something I'm noticing. I noticed with the Nicki Minaj thing, him and Nicki have acknowledged each other. I'm noticing after Kendrick dropped that bar, I ain't seen nothing between between Wayne and Drake publicly.
But it's only been a year, and then also they both been in album mode. Like, Wayne has been in album mode for a minute. Drake has been in album mode, also touring. Also, he took a second to get away. It's like, you talking about like them bringing each other out on for shows. There hasn't really been an opportunity the way you making it seem. You're like, it'd be different if like Drake was seen at a Toronto restaurant the night of Lil Wayne's show. Like, why isn't Drake there? You know, it'd be different if it was stuff like that. But it's like, this man has been doing a lot of other stuff. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, as time goes on, if, you know, I'm sure Wayne is eventually going to go to Toronto for his tour. And once he goes there, you know, if he doesn't bring out Drake then, or, you know, I don't know. We'll see what's going on during that time. But I don't think it's only been a year. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it'd be different if it's like, bruh, it's been since like pandemic since I've seen them boys together. That would be like one thing. But it's like, there really hasn't been no opportunity like that for them to, the way that you're making it seem.
Birdman is an army. When he said Birdman is an army, Birdman is an army.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused.
Yeah. But yeah, so, but I don't know. That's why I think more of the story is like, I feel you, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, as I said, we don't know these people personally, you know, and that's where the more of what I was saying is, just because it's mutually beneficial doesn't mean it's wrong. And I think, you know, people try to paint out people as like, well, as I said, like, and that's what I'm saying, if you read Think and Grow Rich, that's like, they talk about that. Like, that's literally a thing that they talk about, where it's like, I am benefiting people, but also for the benefit of myself as well. Because that's when people want to truly help me, is when I truly help others. And so in a lot of those instances, it's like, if I have an opportunity to bring a rapper or an artist out of obscurity and then make them and put them on a world stage while it also enhances my song, why would I not do that? I just think that just kind of, I don't know, that's weird. Like, it's weird why not continue to benefit yourself and the person that's getting put on stage. So I don't know. But hey, I mean, everybody has their opinions on it. As I said, you know, and everybody has their opinion because it is Drake. So they feel like, oh, he should be doing a lot more than what he's doing. But I don't know. That's why I'm like, when I gave you a platform, do what you want with it. It's like, where you go from there is where you go from there, you know?
Let's go back to me and you, right?
Uh-huh.
I shout you out on the channel. Everybody go check out Mono's Hottest Thing Smoking. Find me, my favorite song of 2025, this and that. Link in the description. Check out his music right now. I bring you on for an interview. I boost you for like a whole week. If I never talk about you again, that's not genuine love, bro. That's just riding a wave. If I get Lareezy, right? If I interview Lareezy, talk about Lareezy, the next thing smoking, he just got a Tyler Creator, Kendrick cosign, and that's the last you hear of me talking about Lareezy or mentioning Lareezy, that's not genuine love towards Lareezy. That's just riding the wave of the hottest rapper.
I mean, if you genuinely felt that in the moment, and then that rapper doesn't do anything that you feel is worth shouting out again, then it is what it is. You know, that'd be different. Like there are people who ride the wave, but if you think this person is talented in the moment, but then after that moment, there isn't really nothing to talk about with the person. If there, it definitely I'm saying it'd be different if like these people like you're continuing to make the same quality music or even better, and then you just like, but nobody else is talking about them no more. Then it's like, okay, that was bogus. But if it's like, all right, you had this moment in time where it's like, yo, you just this is the hottest thing out right now, and then from there it just kind of goes down. That's like great example. Let's say in 2016, you talked about a designer, and then after that, you never talk about him again. Nobody's gonna be mad at you because it's like he ain't dropped nothing after. Like he had Timmy Turner, which was still trash, but it's like realistically, he's not making the same quality of music, or like it's just not nothing to talk about.
If I interviewed designer at the height of Panda, and then designers people, because shouts out to Joycey, everybody like that. If Joycey come back to me and say, yo, designer trying to make a comeback, can you get him an interview? 100% I'm gonna give him an interview. Because he gave me an interview when he was hot. I talked to Rory still. When the whole industry forgot about Rory, I still interview Rory. That's what I do. People who I thought was really good at one point in time, if I don't listen to them anymore, but you know, I see them putting out some new music and they trying to get back lit. Like I think Super Duper Kyle is a great example. But now he's kind of popular again with the kids because Don't Want to Fall in Love is trending again. But if Kyle want to do an interview or something like that, oh yeah, for sure. No problem. Because I liked you at a certain point in time. I believed in your talent. I think what genuine love is still showing that love even when they're not hot anymore.
So you think Drake should just continue to giving out features, which is going to water down his brand?
Drake put out 10 albums anyway.
I mean,
Drake, since 2020, Drake been putting out 2 albums a year, bro.
It's not 2 albums.
He already done diluted his brand.
Nah, I mean, he definitely since 2020 he's dropped I think 4. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, if he's but then consistently dropping music onto these people who like if he's not really rocking with the songs, and that's what I'm saying is like also if I'm not really enjoying the songs, it's like as I said, like every person that he's ever worked with at one point, is he supposed to just like just keep putting them on every album? Is he supposed to like
it's a thing of like I come to your city, I bring you out, I put my arm around you, I let you know that I'm still rocking with you. Even after you hot. Drake does like I feel like I'm not sure if it's the beef, but I ain't seen Johnny Manziel with Drake for 10 years. And then now all of a sudden I'm seeing Johnny Manziel with Drake again. What happened those 10 years when Johnny Manziel wasn't lit and he wasn't the Heisman winner and he wasn't the next big thing in the NFL?
I mean,
where did Drake go then?
But I think the thing is, it's different because now you see more of the behind the scenes because of streaming and because of things of that nature. That's where you're seeing Johnny Manziel with Drake. It's because of streaming, because of Ben. Like that's why a lot of those clips. And let's be honest. Like if you could show me a clip outside of that is showing Drake with Johnny, then okay. But it's just like I'm sure they've had a relationship this entire time. But also, I will say going through things definitely makes you closer with the people in your circle. Where it's just like, all right, a lot of people got weeded out, but the people who really genuinely rock with me, yeah, I'm gonna have more people around me now. Like, cause like that, I think that's genuinely kind of what's happening right now, where a lot of the people that he may have always still been cool with, after this, there's a lot of people who decided not to be cool with him. So yeah, so you're not going to see him in the same circles with the same people, but the people who's like, I've always been by this person's side, or they've always been by my side. Like, I'd rather have those people around me right now, you know, because for the simple fact that this is genuine love, this is genuine energy, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think And I said, you don't know none of these people's relationships. It'd be that's why I keep always drawing back to. It's like we don't really know none of these people's relationships like outside of this. Like, yes, there's been a few scoring artists that have been like, I felt Drake should have did more for me. But then there's a lot of people who said, man, Drake did so much for us, bro. Like, just even how Offset was recently talking about it. Like, bro, like, Buddy came off the Love and did so much, and he even split the royalties with us. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably split the royalties with a lot of these artists that he probably worked with. But they don't see it because they didn't get opportunity to do more business within the game. So to them, they don't really see the appreciation in that, stuff of that nature. But that's why I'm saying, I don't know though. I don't, but I was saying, yeah, there's always going to be a few people who felt like you should have did more for them. But then there's some people who say, you gave me the opportunity, you gave me the platform. That's all I needed to just take off. And that's all some people need, bro. So I don't think it's wrong. I think it's like it helped the moment. It's like, not every person, because he'll fill in your song, doesn't mean that y'all are the best of friends. It's like with
but Drake don't do that. Let's not do that.
No, but I'm saying it's like
Drake doesn't say, I like your song. I rock with this song. Appreciate you making this. I'm a fan of the song. He don't do that.
He has
Drake do. Drake boosts it. He plays it on over your radio. Then he posts it on his Instagram story. Then he uses it in an Instagram dump. Then he hop on a remix. Then he invites you out to a show to perform it, put his arm around you and say, this my brother. This my sister. Y'all give it up for the next big thing. And then you go off and then the song died down and then you never see him next to Drake again. That's what Drake does. And that's what Drake been doing ever since 2013. And that's the problem people have.
No, but that's the thing. It's like he gave you a platform. I gave you everything you needed.
But you're not my brother. You putting your arm around me talking about my brother, this and that, for the rap politics. That's the problem I have with it. That's not genuine to me.
I mean, but like, bro, like, but would you rather still be where you was at? It's like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
if I'm Fetty Wap in prison right now, yes, I'd rather, no, Drake, don't hop on the song. Yes, Drake, don't hop on the song.
Fetty Wap is in jail because he sold drugs, bro. That has nothing to do with Drake.
Exactly. Because like, he fell off, bro. Because he fell off. Because he made a bunch of money and then he fell off, so he went back to trapping. So,
bro, like,
if
no,
Fetty Wap,
Fetty Wap was popping before Drake even hopped on the song.
Drake, keep the feature, bro.
Bro, the Drake feature did not put. That's not what popped Fetty Wap's career off.
Trap Queen did.
Yes, Trap Queen and all those other songs again, and then like all those other songs that he had during that time is what popped him off. Like the My Way feature was an added bonus. That was a bonus. That wasn't like I am now, like that didn't put him in another stratosphere. Like he was already in another stratosphere by himself. So him making a lot of money and all that stuff isn't on Drake. It's like, bruh, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what he supposed to be giving these guys therapy? He supposed to put them through counseling? Like
Migos, no, say no to Versace. Migos say no to Versace.
What?
McConan, say no to Tuesday. Four Bats, say no to, because now Four Bats don't put out an album, nobody care.
Bro, that's
everybody still singing. Girl,
before Drake ever hopped on that song, bro, like Complex, like Kanye, like all these people were talking about Four Bats being the next biggest star. Like that's why you call You Made Me a Star. That was before Drake even hopped on the remix, bro. Like that's a fact. Like I saw so much stuff about Four Bats way before Drake even hopped on that remix.
Not facts, because they had the AI allegations on them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why, like,
Migos was lit before Drake.
Yeah, they were, and then he helped put them in another area, and now they're known as one of the greatest rap groups of all time. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm
like, why would they?
Drake's love ain't genuine.
I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
Why ain't Drake on the latest Block Boy J? Ain't he so Memphis? Didn't he do the Memphis video when Young Thug was in jail for Oh You Went? He brought out all his black cousins to prove that he was black.
What does Block Boy JB say about Drake right now?
He said Drake, appreciate the opportunity, Drake. You was genuine for me, everything like that. You was a real one for doing that for me.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you mad at a person?
Because if you was real, you would do another one with me in 2025, Drake.
Bruh, that's not what Bot Boy JB saying. That's what you saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like, like,
but what did Kodak say though?
I don't know what Kodak said.
Kodak said Drake came up to him, "Oh, I'm a fan of your music, woo woo, this and that." He said, "You a fan of my music? Put me on your album." Then he got real quiet after that. What Kendrick did?
Have you heard the leaks?
Put Kodak on about 2 albums.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he only put him on 1, but
no, I mean put him on 2 songs on the album is what I meant to say.
Okay, but the thing is, it's like Drake got songs with Kodak. Like
Kodak, they never put it out because they can never come to an agreement.
Okay, then that's just a business thing. It's like it is what it is. Kodak, I don't know, bro. As I said, we just agree to disagree because it's like, bro, you clearly just don't like Drake. So you're just whatever happens with him, you're not gonna rock with it.
Where is like, Drake's song with Lil Bibby? Remember when Lil Bibby and Drake co-signed Lil Bibby and Lil Bibby said Drake my favorite artist and this is he always show love to Chicago. We ain't heard the Lil Bibby Drake song yet. Lil Bibby done went to manage in Juice WRLD.
As I said, bro, we just gonna have to agree to disagree, bro. Like you, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. Your view and your argument is skewed because of your dislike for him. I don't know why exactly you dislike him. Like, I guess we have talked about it because you feel like he's light skinned and you don't like that the lighter man got.
He's not genuine, bro.
Nah, bro. It's like, bro, what you saying don't make no sense no more, bro.
You put your arm around these artists, you bring them on stage. One year, my brother, my sister. Oh yeah, Tinashe, your sister for life. I love you, Tinashe, the life. I got you forever. And then we never hear a song with you and Tinashe again. Like,
as I said, you mad at him for stuff that these people aren't mad at, bro. That's like legit. That's like me being mad at you because I felt you should have did XYZ for Jelani. But Jelani, like, he good in my books. He did everything for me. Nah, forget Rashad, bro. Why he ain't do this for you? Well, I mean, but he did. I appreciate everything he did. Like I rock with everything he did. Like, yo, shout out to Rashad. And then I'm like, nah, bro.
It ain't about an initial shout out and initial love. That's every artist do that, right? Zach Fox, Gambino, everybody do that, right? Everybody gonna show you love and stuff like that. That's cool. My thing is you go over the top with it and do the whole this my brother, this my sister, this my da da da, and then next year act like they never existed. That's what I have a problem with. That's not genuine.
I mean, as I said, bro, you mad about stuff that they not mad about.
If you want to shout out a song, cool. I shout out let me see. Lim, right? Lim from New York. He hot right now, right? In the underground. He the next thing smoking out of New York. Lim. I shout out Lim. Yo, that Lim project real cool. That Lim, yeah. He got next up. He remind me of Frank Ocean, woo woo, Rex Orange County. I rock with him. I move on to the next thing. I didn't grab Lim and say, yo, everybody, this my brother Lim. I got him to you know what I'm saying? Everything. Like, I ain't do all that. That's what Drake does when he don't really mean that you my brother, you my sister.
Right, Rashad.
That's the problem I have with Drake.
We can just agree to disagree, my boy. Like we're almost an hour on this topic, bro. Like, we just agree to disagree on this one, bro. It's like
this might be our signature topic. Like, cause I feel like every time we have this conversation, it gets like it's a very passionate debate.
Yeah, you know, I just said it is what it is. Hey, but yo, y'all saw the hottest diss track of the year with Ghostface Son?
Yeah.
Yo, I did see that. I did see that. And it's not a wax song either.
Right.
It's not, yeah. That is, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's like Ghostface is like one of my favorite rappers. That is pretty disappointing to know that Ghostface is low key like a deadbeat dad to an extent. Like it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, facts. So I was thinking about it, bro. Like, of course we would love our children no matter what, but like realistically, how would you feel if your son turned
you really asking daughter or gay son right now?
No, I was saying like, how would you feel if your son turned to your daughter? Like, what would be your thoughts? You know, I mean, it's like you're gonna love your child no matter what, but I guess it's like, what would you be thinking in your head realistically?
Wait, so I don't think I don't think I could be wrong. Are they trans or are they just a gay young man?
It's
I think
giving
he just
trans,
gay.
but I don't know.
I think he's just gay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But you got to think like we were way more progressive than like you got to think about the era that we grew up in compared to the era that Ghostface grew up in. Bro. Ghostface grew up in like the 70s, 80s, bro. It was a different time as far as like what was socially acceptable back then and just certain like morals and principles that they had. Like I don't obviously it's not a cool thing to not claim your son and to not take care of your son or to basically like disown your son. It's yeah, that's not cool at all just because he's gay. But I could see how he ended up in that place based off the era that he grew up in at the time. Like he grew up during a time when, you know, you like the F word was just getting thrown around. Even when we was kids, like up until I feel really up until maybe like 10 years ago, that word was still very socially acceptable. Like gay marriage was not a thing in the 70s, 80s. It was just a different era. So I feel like he's a product of the era that he came up in. But at the same time, it's like it's still inexcusable to just totally disown your kid because they gay. Like, and the story not going nowhere. Like, is it because I didn't even know about this until a few days ago, man. And I done seen this song a few different times on the timeline. And like I said, it's not whack at all. Like it sounds like some like Azalea Banks type shit, honestly. So yeah, it's not I meant that in a good way, by the way. I like Azalea Banks music. Like she was before she lost her mind. She was well hold up. Oh, so she well yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. I don't yeah, I guess so. I guess it is a she.
He looked like Jocelyn Hernandez.
Slick.
Did you call it? Did you say Jocelyn instead of Jocelyn on purpose?
Oh, he looked like Jocelyn Hernandez.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying it on purpose, like Jocelyn, like
No.
I thought you was making a joke. Okay,
no.
yeah. I'm just laughing at the fact that okay, so his name is Sweet Face Killer.
Nah.
That's what it said, right? What's his name?
I think no, yeah, Infinite Coles is the name of
Infinite Coles is okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So he named the diss track to his dad, Sweet Face Killer.
Sweet Face Killer.
Oh, that's funny, bro.
It's a bad look for Ghostface.
But when everybody was like, it's not a bad song, I was like, bro, it's hereditary, bro.
Right.
It might be.
Rapping is just in his blood, bro. He can't do nothing about that.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like. He kind of look a little bit like Ghostface too. And I mean that's his son. Yeah. He should, yeah.
Did y'all listen to the new Ghostface album a couple weeks ago?
Nah.
I listened to like the first. Mo shook his head so fast. I listened to like the first because I am going to eventually go back and listen to it. I listened to like the first 7 songs, and I thought it was fire from what I was listening to. Like if you went to that lane, if you went to, as the kids say, like the unction, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still a fan of old nigga rap music. So
Jelani is hilarious, bro.
Every
week I ask about 2 to 3 new albums. Every single week, Jelani says, "Nah, I ain't get around to it. I ask about Ghostface Killer in 2025. Oh yeah, you know I like it, man. First 7, 8 hours.
All right, so this is the thing though. So it was Supreme Clientele too. The first Supreme Clientele is like unquestionable classic, and my dad used to play that CD in the crib growing up. So like, I was like, all right, I'm kind of looking forward to this Ghostface album. I really like the first 8 songs. I thought it was fire. Eventually, I'll probably get back to it, but. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to, bro. I'm gonna have to, you know, or you might have to do like a music newsletter or something, Rashad. You know what I actually been doing? I've been going back to, I'm taking it back to the essence, bro. I'm back on Kanye to
Wow.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back on there. Not the. I don't think the original one is up, but the KTT2.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm. That's how I'm getting there, and then it's like this other like rap forum site I used to be on. I be on there too, but I'm about to get really back on my. I'm about to take it back to the blog era and really be like checking for new music every day, because I feel like I didn't got so far behind as far as like what the new music is going on. I gotta. I'm too young to be like this out of touch with a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I'm on that lean, like I said, and Jackie Hill Perry. I just told Mo about that earlier today. She apparently released her new album last Friday. But it's funny because it's like the ones that I heard were like singles first. And I was like, I rock with these. And I don't really like Jackie Hill's music because this is like, she's a poet. She comes from poetry. So it's like a lot of times I feel like poets, they like jam so many words together that you can't get the message out. But the singles I heard, I was like, oh, these are good. Like, I like them. And then she had like a Project Pat feature. Y'all know Project Pat been on his Christian wave lately, the last couple of years of his career. So I was like, I like the Project Pat song. I was like, okay, bet. But I kicked that album off from the start, and it was what you. It was word salad. I was like, all right, bro, come on now. The songs that I heard, the singles, they was jumping. We get into the meat and potatoes of the album, and you getting back to this word salad. But those are two new albums that I'm like, really checking out this week for. And last week it was Suave's joint is taking off. That the thing from the two-pack he just released, that All I Do song, it's kind of making some noise. It's bubbling. So shout out Suave again. It's crazy that he released that the same day as the Jermaine Dupri feature, and that song, his own song, is making more noise than the Jermaine Dupri feature. So yeah, it's just a few things I'm listening to, and of course Tony. But the new album from Tony, it hasn't clicked with me yet. But the Earl album is definitely grown on me. So those are just, in terms of new releases, stuff I'm listening to.
Yeah, I just listened to buddy Chris Patrick last project after that freestyle.
Oh, okay. You gave Chris Patrick a chance. Yeah. Shout out Chris Patrick.
Yeah, Jelani, you saw the freestyle on Mafia-thon?
I seen you tweet about it. I didn't see the interview. I mean, I didn't see the freestyle yet, but I saw you. I seen you tweet that it was fire.
Bruh, it's crazy, bro. Like, I think definitely one of the best freestyles of the year. By far the best freestyle on Mafia-thon, for sure.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, I'm gonna check it out then. Wait, he's from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So does he rap over like the more like Jersey club type beats?
Nah.
He boom bap.
Okay.
It's like him and Ruben Vincent up there up north.
Yeah, he on the freestyle, he rapped over Man in the Garden.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna check that out then.
Yeah.
I seen I didn't see the whole thing. I seen part of the BFB Pac-Man that freestyle he did with them.
That one was funny, bro. He a funny dude.
No, facts.
And then what was her name? I could be wrong. Was it the girl that just married Stunner for Vegas? Didn't she?
Anna Leo.
Yeah. I didn't know how to pronounce her name correctly. Was she on there?
Yeah, she was on there. She was rapping over like a church beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say they said they gave her like some BS beat, but she still ended up doing her thing.
Well, she said on it, she was like, I picked the beat. And then the comments was like, she said she picked the beat. And it was like people going back and forth about it.
Yeah, I seen people being like, yo, they tried to sabotage her with this beat or whatever. Nah,
Yeah.
but that's
shout out Marco Plus as well. Because Marco Plus, Suave, Ben Riley, like I think Ben Riley, Suave, and Marco Plus, that's like the big three of like kind of like the lyrical dudes underground Atlanta. And then they connect up north with Ruben Vincent and Chris Patrick. I feel like those dudes kind of like on a different level rapping wise. And so to see Chris Patrick get his love And Ruben Vincent released a lot of his songs with the Knife Wonder album that he's doing. And Suave get more love and stuff like that. And even Ben Riley. Ben Riley new single is making its rounds and stuff. People showing love to it too. And then Marco Plus, obviously everywhere he's been in the last month or so. Yeah, like them boys doing it, man. I'm proud of them, and they've been doing it for a few years now and been connected for a few years. So, it's just like real rap is eventually gonna win. Just keep rapping. If you're a real rapper, just keep rapping. It's eventually gonna punch through, bro. This the era where Boldy James has a platform. You can make it rapping.
Real rappers is hard to find, like a remote. You feel me?
Birdman is an army. Birdman is a.
Did you find where the shows came from?
I was looking for it, and then you guys brought up the Ghostface Killer thing, so I looked it up to pull it up on the big screen.
I was saying, was that a Wayne lyric or something?
I'm gonna go back to look for it.
I know the old BG song "Cash Money" is an army, but what was I about to say? Yeah, not to get back onto the Drake topic, but I do think, like, I swear to God, I'm not making this about Drake at all. I was just thinking about how, like, QC, now that they sold QC, I mean, they sold QC a few years ago, but, like, I don't know when's the next time there's going to be, like, a real, like, boutique type label like that. Like, whereas a bunch of, especially like a Black-owned label where it's a bunch of artists, like younger artists, is popping on at the same time. Like, I really feel like, I don't know if that's going to be a thing going forward like that, just because of the way the industry is set up now. Like, I don't know, like that. I feel like that Young Money going into QC was kind of like the last of that era right there.
No, facts. Yeah, I don't know. That is tough, and especially with hip hop being at its lowest it has been in the last few years. I think there's a lot of great artists out, but it's not getting the mainstream love that it used to. So I think right now it's going to be tougher for artists to really break through that mold, and for there to be an entire label of it, it's going to be a little bit tougher. But I think it's possible, but I just don't. I mean, as you said, I don't know when we'll see it again. Cause I think it's interesting how I think with a lot of people with like the Shabuzis and a lot of people like even Beyonce, bringing country to the forefront for a lot of people, and I think that has really boosted country in as a whole. Like Morgan Wallen, like if you look at the top 100 Billboard right now, Brad, like he controls the billboards right now. And I personally, like, I like a few of his songs. I'll keep it a buck. Like, I haven't listened to his whole album. I want to go listen to it. I'll do it eventually, but I think he does make some good music. But it's like a lot of those artists are a lot of country of really, really back. Like, I think it was like more of a pop era, then really got into the hip hop bag, and then now people are kind of getting back into like the country kind of folk kind of music again. So I don't know. It's interesting to see where things continue to progress. I think it's just more Black people are going to break the mold to get into it, where it's going to become Black dominant again, and then it'll just kind of switch from there.
I think rap not being as popular on a mainstream level anymore is going to be a good thing in the long run, though, because I think a lot of artists are going to be less inclined to just try to make some stuff just to try to go mainstream. I think more rappers will make music that's actually true to them, and they're not chasing a sound, because it's like they're showing you right now that the mainstream, they're not prioritizing rap, or they're not really that interested in it unless you you wanted a bigger rap acts, or you catch like a like a big extra plug or somebody like that who, like, I feel like he's crossed over. But I feel like that was organic. I don't think he was in the studio making these songs thinking that like white boys was gonna love his music. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna have more examples like that of artists just being himself and not necessarily chasing not like chasing mainstream love, you know what I mean? Just popping organically. At least that's what I hope going forward.
Right. No, I can definitely see that. And yeah, I think, it will give more of like real artists a platform. And I think with a lot of these artists that have kind of been at the forefront, they ain't been talking about nothing, and which is kind of made a lot of people fall back from it. So, and I think, this will give opportunity for like the cream to really make it to the top again,
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, man.
I was still searching for this Young Thug thing, by the way. So just give me a second.
Okay. Oh no, you good, bro? Thug album come out Friday.
Yeah, him and Lucci. Which one you gonna play first?
Definitely Thug. Definitely Thug. I have nothing against Cardi B. Say it again.
Did y'all listen to Cardi B?
No, I haven't.
I started it, and I got to like track 2, and it wasn't that, like, track 1 was not bad at all. Track 2 was like more of like the basic Cardi, like I kind of expected, like nothing beyond the surface pop. Cardi up and it's stuck. Like it was like that Cardi B. But that first joint, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's a solid album. I listened to it. I think it gets kind of introspective when she talks about like her and Offset relationship halfway through, because she's talking about how she really goes more in depth about the relationship, how like it was messed up, but then she also takes accountability because it's like where she was at in life during that, like while he may have just needed more attention, in the sense of like she could have just been more caring during that time, and then instead of her being caring, she was so focused on her work, and then from there he just kind of went off and did whatever he did and kind of looked for that care in other places, but yeah, then after that it gets real kind of graphic. It was a couple I was like, I don't really care to hear this. But yeah, but overall it's a solid album, I would say it's definitely not like the first one. The first one definitely was just, from top to bottom, really got in her bag. The Be a Dish, this was pretty solid. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not bad. It's, as I said, like, I think there's a lot of people who are going to enjoy this. It's just not nearly as good as the first one. It wasn't like just all bangers like the first one was. This one was just like, like just solid music. Ain't nothing that I added to the playlist, I'll be honest.
Do you feel like she was trying to make a concerted effort to prove her pen? Like, because I was like, because she raps about in the opening track about people being mad that she got the Grammy. And I think people are so mad at Cardi's success within the world of hip hop because her rapping ability. It's like her rhymes are pretty basic and repetitive and catchy and commercial. And then on top of that, she doesn't even write them. So I feel like what I heard in the opening track was like she took all that personally. She wanted to make it a point to prove to people that she can really do this.
Throughout the album, kind of, not really. But when I was listening to it, I think it wasn't as many, and I think, but that's what made her good was the catchy, like kind of one-liners and whatnot. And it wasn't nearly as much of that. So maybe that was her trying to be to an extent maybe more lyrical. I don't know, but yeah, I said it's solid. It's just I think it's more. The first album also I think was where a man and a woman can listen to it and really be like, okay, like I'm rocking with this, you know. But I think this was really more geared towards women. Like I think the first time was geared towards women too, but the music was just so good that like men were rocking with it too. But this one is like, yeah, like the women, like I just can't see myself downloading any of these tracks because it's so women oriented where it's all just so from a woman perspective, a very unique woman perspective that I just can't personally relate to it. Like I get what she's saying, but and it's like I said, like with her, just as I said, talking about her relationship with Offset, like she does dive into that, so it's real, but it's just yeah, ain't really from me. But it's a solid album.
Cardi put the brand on Offset.
What you mean?
Cardi put it on Offset. Cardi put the brand on Offset. Cardi even you Offset,
Oh yeah, fact.
He's like Birdman is an army. Okay. You say Cash Money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if some niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Okay, for sure. Okay, that's a got you. Okay, now that you put it in that concept, that's hilarious. I think, yeah, I do. I mean, the thing with Cardi's album is like, I am interested in it, and I do kind of want to check it out front to back. But it's like, Cardi's one of them artists. Like even her last album, I never had to sit and listen to her last album front to back because every single one of those songs ended up getting played outside. Like literally it wasn't you didn't have to go listen to it because so I heard somebody say the same thing about and I'm not comparing the albums quality wise, I'm just using it for an example. Like you never have to buy unless
Hello? Did I freeze up?
Nah, Jelani did.
Okay. I was just making sure that wasn't me.
But yeah, first album definitely a lot more concise. I think maybe she probably would have did better with doing less songs too. I think it was like 20-something songs on this album.
Yeah. This was a radio hit. I don't know what this transform was. I Like It, radio hit. Ring, radio hit. Money Bag, radio hit. Bartier Cardi, radio hit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. After seeing this, it's like, how do you argue against this being the Grammy album of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it deserved the Grammy.
Oh, it came out this same year as Astroworld. That's why they got so mad about it. Astroworld was different. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, nah, Astroworld. Yeah, he got a hit bag on that one for real.
The first time I heard that joint where it was like after a club up, I was like, oh my gosh, I ain't heard something like this, like because I had my headphones in. I was in the office. I said, bro, this sound amazing. Like it was some.
Yeah, he got a hit bag, bro.
Yeah, my phone, my internet went out, but
yeah. But yeah, we was just going through it like you said. Drip, big radio hit. Bodak Yellow, big radio hit. Be Careful, big radio hit. I Like It, big radio hit. Ring, big radio hit. Money Bag, big radio hit. Bartier Cardi, big radio hit.
Bodak Yellow.
Yeah,
literally damn near all these songs. Like it's only like a couple, maybe one or two here that I don't remember.
It was like Shrimp Life 1, bro.
Shrimp Life, that's a perfect example. Shrimp Life 1 was everywhere. I never had to play that album front to back. You just had to go outside and it was there. So I feel like eventually, I don't know if it's going to be, it probably will never be to the extent of what it was for her first album with this album, but I do think it's going to reach a point where at least 5 or 6 of these songs going to be singles. They're going to get videos, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how big they end up becoming. But yeah.
Yeah, we will see where it goes from there, man. Yeah, Shrimp Life was a That was a really good take.
It's so
man.
crazy that that's like throwback music now. Like the music that was out when we not old at all, but like we are getting older. Let's put it like that.
Mhm.
You got to think like about how we was dressing back then. Like it was like the bucket hats. You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
god.
It was the bucket hats, and we was hitting them folks like Michi. You know what I'm saying? And now Michi dressed like opium and does this everywhere and stuff. You know.
We was wearing the Adidas joggers. Yeah, that was an interesting era, bro. The bucket heads got so crazy after a certain point. Like it was cool when people were just wearing the regular like one color, two color bucket hats. When like folks started wearing the galaxy print bucket hats, and like that's when it got kind of out of pocket.
Who got that popping? Schoolboy Q?
He got the hat popping, but he wasn't doing the crazy colorways. He was keeping it simple. But that was just us being us as far as the crazy ass colorways on the bucket hats.
Facts.
Bro, this is crazy, bro. Lit like Bic, unlock the swag, no flex zone, my ex, this could be us, come get her, up like Trump, throw some more. YNO might be the only thing that wasn't like a hit on it.
Yeah,
no
no,
type.
I don't know if Safe Sex and Paychecks ever got played on radio, but
these two.
The rest of these
else
songs
a
was
huge
legitimate
hit.
hits though, like real life hits.
Hits.
Yeah,
Like you say, you couldn't go outside 2015 and not hear these songs. Somebody come get her, she dancing, I gonna scream. Like, see, I can never downplay Ray Shrimmer, bro. They did
Some
this.
Life 2 had hella hits too.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. But like you did this, I can never downplay you, bro. Like everybody tried to like not pay attention to Shrimmer Life 3. Probably because there were 3 albums. But like I can't downplay these brothers, man. This is crazy.
I like Trim Life 3 as a concept. When they first announced it, and it was like it's gonna be one disc Sway Lee, one disc Jimmy, and then it's gonna be the one disc with them together. I thought that was a fire concept. It's just by the time it came out, rap fans are fickle, bro. Like once they move on, it's kind of hard to just get them back to, you know, what the love was beforehand. But
I think if you are a party artist, they are fickle. If you're a trendy artist, they're fickle.
Facts.
Yeah, but I don't. The thing about them is like Sway Lee is a legitimately great songwriter. Like this man has 2 of the biggest stream songs, not just rap history. I want to say like 2 of like the top 10 biggest stream songs in the history of music. He's on 2 of them.
What was the other one? We know Sunflower. What's the other one?
One is the French Montana.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. That's that big of a song.
Yeah,
billions of streams.
I mean, I knew Sunflower was that big of a song. I didn't know Unforgettable was.
Oh, no, that song is like, yeah, like legitimately, no exaggeration, one of the most streamed rap songs ever. Like, well, let me check if the YouTube. I want to say it got over 1 billion on YouTube. I want to say I could be wrong, but like,
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, you can pull it up.
And you are unforgettable.
And what's crazy, I can't tell you a single word from French Montana's verse.
You're not good enough for me. Still good enough.
Yeah,
for
1.8 billion views.
Billion views. This Justin Bieber joint. Justin Bieber, bro. He a cheat code, bro. I'm the one, yeah. Oh, ew. That man, Chance the Rapper, still performed that song. Yeah, he gotta perform that song. Shoot, you on that? I'm performing that forever.
Yeah, I don't think I ever. This ain't the DJ Khaled that I rock with.
Then she went and put that booty on my Gucci belt. Plug. Shout out Chance, man.
No, my era DJ Khaled is from like 05 to like everything from his first album up until everything up until he got popping on Snapchat. That's my era of DJ Khaled.
Welcome to my head.
When he stopped saying the N-word, that's when I stopped fucking with DJ Khaled.
He started, we hit her.
We nigga. I'll say it for you because I know you don't say it.
Bruh, somebody that I used to know has 2.5 billion views.
Somebody. Yeah, no, that song.
Yeah, people love that song.
Supposed to be has 900. It almost has 1 billion views, bro.
I remember the first time I ever I did dabs, like the weed or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like right around the time that song came out, and somebody I was with played this song like 5 different times. When I was high, I was like, bro, this is like one of the best songs I've ever heard. And then I heard it the next day.
But he gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Bro, I thought it was an amazing song. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, that's a great song right here. And I heard the next day, I was like, oh, it's cool. But like I was really the gas had a hold on me.
Like Beatles got 1 billion. Ray Sherman don't have to do nothing for the rest of their life, bro.
Facts.
Sway Lee can chill for the rest of Slim Jimmy can chill for the rest of his life.
I don't know about Slim Jimmy. Last time I seen Slim Jimmy, he was doing celebrity boxing.
I was about to say he with Aiden Watson now.
Yeah, that's not a good sign right there. But hopefully he's doing well. He got more money than me, I can tell you that. So he should be doing okay.
White Iverson has 1.1 billion views.
Oh yeah, of course. But that probably like his like 5th or 6th highest. Probably at number like 10. Like if you're thinking top 10 like Post Malone viewed songs. Like
White Iverson to me is like an underground. I still look at it like an underground song that like got him. Because you know how people pop and like the songs are the biggest thing ever when they first pop, but then it's like not that big of a deal down the line. Like probably like Lil Yachty One Night, right? But Lil Yachty One Night is still a pretty big deal. Starboy has 2.6 billion views. Goodness gracious. Bad and Bougie has 1.3 billion. Dang.
I remember like early days of YouTube, a video getting over 1 million views was like
facts.
That was a big deal, bro. Getting 1 million views back then. Now you see certain songs, you feel like you see that within like a couple of days if the artist is big enough. Maybe not like us had over 1 million views in like 24 hours, I want to say. Yeah, probably more than that.
Bruh, this Loyal song, these ain't loyal, 1.4 billion views. A lot of people connected with it, huh? Wild Thoughts from Rihanna, 1.2 billion views. Goodness gracious. These numbers are making me like, Work has 1. Okay, out of all the ones, Work doesn't surprise me.
Yo, I'm
Wild Thoughts surprise you?
Why don't Work surprise me?
Because not that Wild Thoughts surprise you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like a lot of these songs I knew they were pretty big. That's why like even with the White Iverson, because I'm pretty sure White Iverson went diamond.
But it was like to me, I still look at it like that song that was like in underground Atlanta with like Key and Father and all them when it popped. That's how I still look at it in my mind.
Yeah, it definitely started on SoundCloud.
Yeah, but no, that was one of the biggest songs, and then he became one of the biggest artists. Like he has, I think, the most. He dropped the whole album with all his diamond tracks. Once he got the most diamonds of all time.
Oh, he just white.
Yeah, he got like I want to say like 10 diamond songs.
Y'all know this "Calm Down" song?
Yeah, baby, calm down, calm down. Calm down.
I probably heard it. Oh yeah. I feel like
whoa.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Bro, it'd be certain songs you hear in like the grocery store, you hear in the radio.
The grocery store
song, but like you don't ever ask what's the name of this song. That's one of those songs.
Okay, this is surprising to me. White Iverson has 1.1 billion views, but Congratulations only, quote unquote, only has 1.6 billion views. I would think Congratulations will be way bigger than White Iverson.
I can understand that
because they play it at graduations.
True.
Oh, do they play that at graduations?
Yeah.
I don't think they.
Girls 1.4 billion. What did you say?
No, I'm saying I was just randomly thinking. I don't think we had like a graduation song. I think we just had the standard graduation music.
Oh, We Made It came out the year. No, it came out the year after we graduated.
Maroon
5 Girls Like You has 3.8 billion views. I'm not sure if do I know this song?
Girls like you, like us, like me.
Oh yeah. I know that song.
I don't know that song.
That's crazy because that's a terrible Maroon 5 song
Hold on, let me see.
compared to like This Love or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was
Yeah.
definitely a Starbucks favorite for a few years, bro.
Maroon 5 and Coldplay, two bands that used to be great and just became completely terrible, so they can make the most pop songs.
Shout out PJ
biggest
Morton.
pop songs available.
How does Last only have 333 million? Like that just stuff like that just show you how like small the black community is, bro.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the black community. I think it's just like him being a cultural, because a lot of people don't really. It's like that song is a big song, but I think like he's also an African artist, so a lot of people don't really gravitate to like the African artists as much. That's why the Rema song was definitely interesting, like that it caught on like that, but it had the Selena Gomez effect.
Selena Gomez. Oh. But I can't believe that. Shayo. I don't even like Afro music like that joint. DD boy, I Shayo. DD boy, I Shayo.
I mean, it's like, I think it's one of those things a lot of people probably didn't even know what he was talking about, though.
Life is Good has 2.2 billion views.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy.
That was probably because of quarantine, bro.
Man, I remember when that first dropped, we thought we was about to get What a Time to Be Alive too.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of 2020. It came out like January 1st, 2020, right? The music video. And then like shut down. The world shut down.
Yeah, all the music from that late 2019, early 2020 time kind of runs together for me.
Okay.
Like Roddy Ricch the Box was around that time.
Yeah. That was a huge hit. That ran the world, bro.
We hop up at your party. Yeah, all the songs kind of run together.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna do this because I saw Hotline Bling. No way. Life is Good is not a bigger hit than Hotline Bling, bro.
Not even close. But you got two massive artists on the same song though, so it's like Future's fan
got
base
more views than God's Plan.
No, that's kind of surprising.
No, I think Life is Good is like a bigger song than Hotline Bling.
I don't be hearing Life is Good like as a song. I remember the music video was kind of like a lot of people talked about it and stuff, but like as a song, I don't remember the song being not more than God's Plan and Hotline Bling.
I think the part of like working on the weekend like usual. Yeah, I think that part like took it off. It's like that's what people relate to the most out of that.
Caught Me Slipping. Okay, so what? But that's still like God's Plan, bro. Like these are anthems.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, only has 526 million. No Guidance, 500 million. Take Care. I'll take Walk It Like I Talk It. The worst song from Drake and Migos has 446 million views.
Yeah,
Nice for What? 432. Yeah, they had another one on Culture 3. And that one was like, or Culture 2. And that one was better than this song. Lord of the Drake, and then what I say, I'm having my way. Drake and having his way. I like that one better. Nice for What? The New Orleans joint. Ashton Martin. You read the corner down. One of the better Drake songs. Forever. Dang. It's crazy how far Forever is down here.
It does kind of bother me as a Drake fan, though, that God's Plan is his biggest song commercially, because that's not even like top 5 on that album for me.
I was about to say it's not, though.
Yeah.
Commercially, I think that is commercial. That's
commercial is Life is Good, apparently.
No, maybe YouTube views. I'm saying like
streams
chart wise. Streams and chart wise. That song was number 1 for like a long ass time, like a significant amount of time. I think that's his longest running number 1 song.
Yeah, it was,
which is crazy because I don't. It's not a bad song at all, but it's not like if you compare that song to some of his other singles, like headlines or
But he not cussing on it.
yeah. I mean,
That's what I'm saying with like Michael Jackson. How there never be another Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson ain't cussing his music. Like I think that's a very underrated part of like Old Town Road. There's no cussing. Like that's a very underrated part of like becoming a big song, in my opinion.
yeah, it's crazy how big that song ended up becoming too.
Yeah.
2019, fascinating year.
Yeah.
Drake's highest stream song is One Dance.
I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand.
That's the song that low key. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good. I'm just singing a
Oh
song.
no, I thought Mo was about to say something. Oh yeah, no. That's the song that I saw somebody tweet this out, and it's low key true. Like that's the song that kind of made Afrobeats popular in America.
Yeah,
like you wasn't really hearing no Afrobeat songs getting played on black radio before that song came out.
That is a fact.
Yeah, Drake was really in his culture back then.
Oh, brother, here we go.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Bro, you know, crazy how No Guidance is Diamond.
That makes sense because they play that. I feel like they still play that. Like the last job I had, I told y'all they used to play the radio in there all the time. So they be playing like the R&B radio station. They used to play that song. This was like last year. They was still playing that song like damn near once an hour, like it was a new song.
Yeah, the residuals dropped.
And they ran that into the ground. Residuals. What was the other one? Residual. The other Chris Brown song, the older one they used to play was him and Young Thug.
Oh yeah,
they still play that crazy.
Right, that's a classic, bro.
That's actually a great song.
Yeah, I love that song. I'm not even a great
song. That whole album kind of went underneath the. I've never listened to it. I'm gonna listen to that this weekend. The Young Thug Chris Brown. I never played that before.
Yeah, nah, facts. Here to the
Trying
love
to see Game's biggest song.
Okay.
Bruh, 50 Cent, like, he started that song off so crazy.
This gotta be where does this rank for y'all in terms of like greatest hip hop songs ever?
Oh, it's up there. Like
it might be top 100 all the time. And we talking about every rap song ever made.
100.
But you gotta think about how many rap songs in the history of rap that have been made. Like to say a song is one of the 100 greatest rap songs ever. That's a high honor,
bro. I got it off top 15 without even thinking about it. Like it is one. Is it a quintessential rap song?
It's iconic for sure. It's definitely an iconic rap song. It's not my favorite Game song, but it's high on the list. I was a real big Game fan, like at one point. Before he got on social media and just started doing like all the extra shit. Do you remember? Super wild pause, bro. But I mean, y'all was there. There was that era on Instagram when this nigga Game was like.
I was about to say, like, do you think him and DDG got beef?
Why would you say that? Because of that was strange. I didn't think it was. I highly doubt it, but Game definitely was. He was like 16 years older than her, like 16, 17. I think she was low-key might have been underage at that time.
Yeah. Shout out to Crystal Westbrooks. I felt like she looked better than India, but India was getting like more of the shine.
Two of the OG Instagram models. No, I was gonna say that was that era when Game was like, this nigga became like a Instagram model out of nowhere, where he would do like the thirst trap pics for the ladies and shit.
This thumbnail right here perfectly describes it.
Your audio dropped out a little bit more.
Oh, you on mute?
I said, have you seen his son?
I saw his high school graduation.
He just graduated college.
Oh, his college graduation.
His son looked just like him.
Bruh, yeah, literally just like him. Martians and Goblins was that song back in the day, bruh.
That's another one. Okay, let's see.
That's when Tyler was new.
Let's see. Because now I'm just interested in like these views now. After seeing all these dang billions, goodness gracious. See You Again. It's the
That's
highest
what I
rated,
figured.
I can see that.
but no music video is crazy. Earthquake 160, Like Him 150, Non-Chris 150. Dang, Tyler's still he's still low key for like his, you know what I'm saying, on that level, he's still kind of low key.
I think I would not have expected Like Him to be pretty much your biggest song off of that album.
Oh yeah. He
I
didn't
wouldn't
either.
either. I thought Sticky was Sticky low key. It became like somewhat of a hit, but I thought Sticky was gonna be a way bigger song.
Bruh, Like Him becoming the biggest one is funny.
That's a depressing ass song to listen
Him
to.
talking about that knowing his dad outbid Sexy Red and Glorilla collaboration.
But hey, it's all about what people, connect with, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
this throwaway with him and A$AP Rocky over the old Kanye beat has 76 million. Like that was a really popular song.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What was you saying, Mo?
I was gonna say I remember when I brought up like hip hop, the Grammy for top song and whatnot. I think I didn't think about it, but I think I saw somebody had mentioned that Tyler, like Chromacopia, would be up for a Grammy this year, right?
Yeah.
I think that should win, in my opinion. Like I think
over GNX.
Yeah. In my personal opinion. I mean, I think the album. I just like Tyler's album better. I mean, I like him as an artist better. So it's not even like a shade thing, but it's just like genuinely, I think. I mean, I don't think it's that crazy of a take.
How Praise the Lord got twice as many views as Effing Problems?
Tyler, I wouldn't be mad at Tyler album winning at all.
I mean,
how Praise the Lord got 100 more million views than No Limit?
It's because he got the UK demographic with Skepta. Took him global.
But they play this nonstop every Friday, like it just came out.
No, facts, bro.
And Problem was go ahead, Mo.
Real quick, I was going to say also, I don't think. I'll be honest. I don't. If it's not Tyler's album, it's gonna probably go to Clips. I don't think GNX is in the running to win. Like I'll just keep that above. Like that's not even like on some like Drake versus Kendrick. Nah, like I think genuinely I think those albums will probably have a better contention than GNX.
So be it.
I like Clips album more than GNX. I think GNX was just gonna end up winning just because he had such a big year. But then again, they gave him a bunch of Grammys. See, the thing about it is that I didn't think he should have got all those Grammys last year. But I feel like because he got all those Grammys last year, he's not going to get the ones he should get this year.
I feel like the Grammys, they overdid it ever since the Macklemore snub. And to make up for the Macklemore snub. And I'm like, you can't make up for it in retrospect. You just should have gave him the Grammy instead of Macklemore.
Kendrick just opened his mouth.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that. Y'all ever see Lucky in this thumbnail for Lamborghini High? This is my first time seeing Lucky. He right here. If I scroll over it, they're gonna show like the video. But
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I see him right there.
Yeah.
No, I never seen that.
I did not know that.
Bro, I remember the first time I found out about Lucky, bro. It was 2022, and it was from a shorty that was from Chicago. But yeah, she had played she played a Lucky song, and then I was like, "Who is this?" And then she was just like, "Oh, this is Lucky." Like, you never heard of Lucky? I was like, "Nah." And yeah, it turned out I was like super sleep.
Yeah, my younger brother used to be. I mean, he still listens to him, but he was listening to Lucky back when he was still Lucky X when he had his old name or whatever. This is back in like 2015, 2016. My brother was. This is like during that whole like Spinrilla era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was kind of tapped into anything that was like kind of popping on there. But
I used to think that girl with the green hair was so fine, bro.
Peso only has 82 million views. It doesn't even have 100 million views.
Yeah, cause I mean that was just the beginning.
You got to think it was on a mixtape. It wasn't even on an album.
But it was on like 106 in Park every day.
I mean that's 106 in Park. It wasn't on TRL.
I still remember. I remember seeing that video at like 6 in the morning, watching MTV Jams one time, and that shit like stopped me in my tracks. Like I immediately, because I had seen him on they used to have MTV Rap Fix. It was like around that time. I remember seeing them on there like before the tape that came out. But when that video came out, that's what really made me go check that mixtape out. That mixtape is honestly probably my favorite. Either that mixtape or Cushion OJ would be like my top mixtape for the blog era for me personally.
No, facts. But I still remember the first time I heard A$AP Rocky, because on live mixtapes, they used to at the top, they used to have like a little radio kind of where they'll like have like little songs be playing. And I remember I saw A$AP Rocky name a couple times, and then I was just like, well, let me listen to this, And I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of hard. And then I remember then going to look up like his videos and stuff. And yeah, the Peso video, crazy. And then that like Purple Swag video. It was like his aesthetics at the time was just so like, it was so different but perfect at the same time, bro. Man, the
What's Up video.
Yeah. That mixtape, I can honestly say, that's probably, if I was to do a top 5 of mixtapes during that time, I would say it would probably be that, More About Nothing. I think, bro, More About Nothing by Wale, bro, is
a classic.
Bruh. Yeah, he went like that was a really good tape. The one, which one you just said?
Cushion Orange Juice.
Yeah, Cushion Orange Juice, of course. Friday Night Lights, and then I don't know what would be my last one for that time. I want to say something. I slick want to say Forever and a Day.
That's like the one big Crit mixtape that I was actually like really into when it came up. I mean, I always liked him as a rapper, but that was the one full project that I really was listening to.
Right. Yeah. Forever and a Day, bro. I used to love that tape, bro.
That was fire. Yeah, for me, I go Live Love A$AP. I'll go Cushion Orange Juice, like I said. I'm not even just saying it because you said it. I probably would go More About Nothing, just because I'm thinking about what I listened to the most around that time. I definitely used to play that. I might put Big Sean Detroit mixtape on there.
Ooh,
that was a classic for me.
Or what about Big Sean? Would you put Big Sean over Detroit or no?
I would, if I was going to put one over it, I'd probably put Finally Famous Volume 3. That was crazy. Like, it was so much on there.
Facts.
So, damn, I'm trying to think what else would be like. What would be mine? It was so many tapes to choose from back then. I would have to think for a while. It's too many but that'd probably be like the top 4 right there for me.
No. Yeah. So I would replace Forever and a Day with honestly, now that you mentioned that Finally Famous, I think Finally Famous Volume 3 might either that one or Best Day Ever by Mac Miller.
Best, bro. Damn, it was just so much music back then. I'm forgetting about because I literally just played a song up there the other day. Best Day Ever was fire.
Right. And then Kids was great as well, bro.
Super classic.
I was talking with somebody recently, and I was talking about how, because he ain't never heard Friday Night Lights by J. Cole. And I was telling him, I was like, personally, I think that's one of his best projects. If I say the only project I would put maybe over that would be 2014 Forest Hill Drive, in my personal opinion. And so he was just like, man, like I done heard a couple songs off of it. Like, I don't think it's all that. And I was like, when did you listen to it? He was like, it was within the last couple of years. And I was like, well, I think it might be one of those things that maybe you're just in a different place in your life that where like listening to it now just won't give you the same. And I think that's kind of, and I bring that up to say with kids. I think kids now, like, I think us as people who are there in the moment can understand the appreciation for it. But I think if if I was to try and like years from now, and I'm trying to put my son on to some music, I don't know how he would rock with kids, you know, like maybe during that high school time, you know, but or actually, like if I was to try, actually better example, if I was to try and play it for somebody right now that's 30 years old, that's never heard Mac Miller, to be like, they would be like, this is all right, you know.
Well, that's what Charlemagne told Mac at the Breakfast Club, and Mac was just like, bro, I was a kid, bro. Like, I was a kid making those songs.
Right.
I think it was funny. I had this page so froze up for Chance the Rapper because Chance the Rapper's top 4 songs are all Justin Bieber songs. And I thought it was a 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all well, yeah, 4. They're all Justin Bieber songs.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then it comes down to like Chance the Rapper songs, which is no
I
problem.
have my bad. I'd have Dom Kennedy Yellow album on my list too. I just thought about that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Cocoa Butter Kisses.
I didn't even realize Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper had that many songs together.
Yeah, me neither. I ain't gonna hold it. Like I remember Confident and I'm the One, but I didn't know that he was on Holy.
Yeah.
And that song.
No, the one that was my shit was that we gonna have a party, we gonna use it. The one off of what's it called? We gonna have a juke or something like that. I forget. It was off of
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about We Deserve? No.
No, it's Juke Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, Juke Jam.
But as I was saying, yeah, you know, it's interesting just like certain like music. And as I said, like I think with Friday Night Lights, as a person like around that age of you're about to be in college and stuff like that, that music hits. But now, like some of that, if you was to listen to it at 30, it's just like, I don't know, you know. But then, you know, then there is some music that's like withstands the test of time, you know, like even though Kendrick was like 20, 21, 22, something like that, when he made like Section 80 and all that stuff, you're still gonna listen to it and be like, oh yeah, this is it. I think More About Nothing is one of those during that time. I think most of the albums that we just named, for the most part, I think you can go back and appreciate. But then there's those few that's just like, you just had to been there, you know? I think Big Sean might be one of those. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. Some of his stuff, I think now, if you was to play it for people, especially with all them dick references, you know, like I think some people you might be like, it got cool, you know.
That was crazy because I used to like because I used to hear like older people slander Big Sean back in the day, and I was like, bro, y'all tripping, like. And I still think I don't think Big Sean's a bad rapper at all, but I can understand looking back on it why some of them felt the way they did, because it was like some of them lines didn't necessarily age the best, even though the music for me at this point is just like nostalgia, like when I listen to a lot of that stuff. But I can, as a 30-year-old looking back on it, I can see why, you know, some of the older people was kind of not fucking with it the same way.
Right. Yeah, man. But that was an era, bro. Man.
I've been scrolling down for like 6 scrolls, and I still haven't gotten to a music video under 100 million for YoungBoy.
Oh, he runs YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the king of YouTube.
Bullet flying.
Some of these songs ain't even got videos, and they got over 100 million views.
Yeah. So we finally got to under 100 million for him. But his peak isn't that high though. Like he doesn't have anything near 1 billion.
He just consistently put out. I mean, you seen it with his tour. He just got a consistent fan base that always shows up. And I never heard that YoungBoy song at the top. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Genie joint. Like Outside Today is like the 5th most viewed video.
That's the one I would think would be his biggest song.
Yeah.
Either that or like Nevada or something like that.
I can see Untouchable being his second biggest.
Where is that? That's up here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's but I love Untouchable, bro. That's a hard song. But you know,
I don't know if I know that song.
I'm pretty sure I remember it. I'm just
come running like a meaning.
do this shit for my mom and
That's
my
what
brother
exactly
too.
what I'm about to
Ain't no
say.
more time than I
Yeah,
might
yeah,
as
I did not know that song.
You don't know this song?
Mm-mm.
Stayed down till I came up with my nigga.
yeah. That's a song.
But you know, I realized, bro, like a lot of like, I don't know, for some reason, a lot of people, I guess that YouTube is free. Actually, I know why. Motherfuckers who can't, a lot of people in the hood, they love YouTube because it's free. And you can listen to it on there as opposed to having like Spotify and stuff like that. And because it's like a lot of people that, a lot of like those artists that they get a lot of love on YouTube because it's like people just go on there and they just they'll play that, you know?
I remember you told me like this a long time ago about YoungBoy. You said them bad little kids be on PS4. They go on YouTube and then they just click a YoungBoy video and they just let it play for the whole day in the background.
No, it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a whole demographic of, like Mo said, like a lot of a lot of hood niggas is not making, or they're not signing up for Apple Music. Like they're not making no Spotify account. Even if it is free, they're not making no Spotify account. They got other shit that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? So
y'all surprised No Hands only has 106 million views, like the music video?
That is kind of surprising.
It's kind of low.
But you know, a part of it be too, like some of these songs get like, it'll have a popular version of the video.
Yeah.
And then it'll get taken down and they put it up on Vivo or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure No Hands was popular.
Like the song by itself on Waka Flocka's page has 207 million.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Who else? Soulja Boy. I'll look up Soulja Boy.
It's probably cranked that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Silento has
Free my brother. No, I'm joking.
Keep him locked up.
Yo, I remember. Shout out to I'd always call him Justin, but like, shout out to him. I remember he hated Silento. Like that was like his thing for a while. Was like he had real beef with Silento.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I hated Silento too because he's trying to charge 15 for a feature, bro.
1,500.
15,000.
He was trying to charge you 15,000 for.
If they like the song.
What was the? I'm so curious right now as to how, like, okay, what made you want to do a song with Silento at that time?
I think I was literally just like, I just saw his email and I just reached out, bro. I don't know what I was thinking. I just reached out.
You just want to
and
see.
it was like, it's 15,000 for a feature if Silento likes the song. And I was like, what? But I was just thinking of stuff, bro, back then. Like how Lil B was like, let's work. It was the same thing. Like, I feel like I got to come up with a song for Lil B, though, for sure.
I messaged Lil B on some random shit, maybe like, just I might say like, thank you, bass guy, in his DM. And then he probably hit me back like 6 years later saying the same thing. Like,
It's the same thing, bro.
Yo, thank you, bro. Let's work. I was like, all right, man.
Same thing that happened to me. Kissed me through the phone over 100 mil. It's a lot of Asian people with Soulja Boy's name. The kid named Soldier Kid. Who is this? Paradise 2. Y'all know this dude?
I think he's I've heard of him before. I think he's from like Florida.
Oh, salute.
Yeah.
Turn My Swag On only has 62. Dang, these songs are kind of low. 60 mil. Pretty Boy Swag. Turn My Swag On 62.
I would think it'd be more.
Yeah, but you know, shoot, the people that are mainly on this, they were about 2 years old when these songs dropped.
That's a fact.
Let me see. Let me see
That's
where
crazy.
our boy at. Let me see where our boy at. Yes, sir. Where Hondo?
I remember I swear I did not know that song was as big as it was. Like, because at the time he was still, I don't even think a lot of people even knew that was him.
Yeah.
And then I checked. I think I checked the views on like SoundCloud one day, and it was like I was like, bro, this shit got millions of views on here.
Yeah, because Fredo, what is his name? Fredo, Pretty Boy Fredo.
Oh yeah, the YouTuber. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's his theme song. My very best with D Savage 900, Mine of the Crook 700,000, On Me Classic with 10.
You got great Spotify numbers though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got a bunch of songs that got millions of streams on there.
Mike, On God with Earl Sweatshirt 600, Vet 500,000. That's another classic. Don't Look at Numbers, the one without Brent Fires, Kenny Mason joint 400,000. Know what I'm saying? We doing it. We here. Dang, this one was uploaded 2 weeks ago. It got 400,000.
Yeah, no, he killing shit. He doing his thing.
Yeah, for sure. Real Runts. This like his biggest song from Cash. This is the one that SZA posted. Who else? Beyonce. We want to look at Beyonce. Jay-Z or Beyonce? Who y'all want to look at?
I'm pretty sure Jay-Z is Niggas in Paris.
But Jay-Z did that weird thing where he won't upload into YouTube for like
yeah. It's the same thing with
years.
his Spotify, where it's like you can't. If you look at his Spotify, it'll say like Niggas in Paris and like Numb Encore are like his biggest songs, but that's because his rest of his catalog wasn't on there for like a bunch of years. So.
Umbrella, bro.
That makes sense.
Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love don't have 1 billion?
Mm-mm.
Nah, bro. You telling me Life is Good got 2.2 billion, but Crazy in Love don't have 1 billion?
I mean, as I say, you got to think about when these songs came out.
Yeah,
exactly.
This song came out before YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk in Love 700. That makes sense because it wasn't that good. Oh, Paris.
Drunk in Love wasn't a good song.
Nah.
What?
It ain't no amazing song.
I mean, it's a pretty song. Yeah.
I feel like it served its purpose. It did. I think I like the song just because how women react to it. Maybe so.
Yeah,
I like a lot of songs from Beyonce. That one is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a good song. I mean, I ain't saying it's her best song, but I think it's a good song.
But it ain't like no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't. Yeah, it's
Beyonce
not
got
the best song.
Points.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's
I'm
still a
with you
good song.
I'm with you on that.
I think, one thing that I think about with Jay-Z and Kanye, I think Watch the Throne was one of those albums that was a time. I think like the hype for it then, like now, I don't think it. I think, Niggas in Paris is, of course, a classic that I think people would love to see performed. But it's like, I think the overall of just the whole Watch the Throne, I think in the moment it was like the biggest thing in the world. And then now 14 years later, it's like, I don't know. It's interesting to look at it. Like, I think
the radio was a big deal back then. Like, I remember my stepmom was hyping it on the way. Like, she was dropping me off at Dwight Howard basketball camp, and she was hyping it. And like, I think the first time I heard it was like on the Ricky Smiley morning show. You know what I'm saying? And then like it'll be on 106 in Park every day after that. So it's just like, it was just a different, like you say, it was a different time of like how we consume media. Like true superstars existed back then. I made this argument in the office like last week or 2 weeks ago that like you can't name a superstar, a celebrity that everybody knows that came to prominence after 2013.
No, I feel you. That's a good point.
Yeah, it ain't. I mean, Cardi B would be like the closest one. Like,
yeah,
like people's grandma that know who Cardi B is.
Yeah. My mom probably knows who Cardi B is. Yeah,
but it ain't that many. You absolutely right. I feel like that for. Yeah.
Like not even athletes. Like everybody don't know who Patrick Mahomes is. Like they knew who Tom Brady was. Everybody knew who Tom Brady was. Everybody knew who LeBron James was. Everybody don't know who Patrick Mahomes is.
Yeah, it's not the idea of being a celebrity is just not what it used to be. Just because, like you said, the way we consume media is like it's so different now. Everybody got their own, bro. It's streamers that have, bro, crazy views, like millions of followers. They could walk right past me right now. I would not know who they was, bro.
Yeah.
I swear.
Nah, facts.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the point I was making though. Remember, like Watch the Throne was like seen as like the greatest. That was like the greatest hip hop album of all time. Like that's how people were feeling about it. But now it's like I don't know. I wonder. It's just like looking back on it now. Like where would you put that? And like, would you even consider that one of the like a top 10 hip hop album? Like
no,
top 10.
I don't think it's a classic.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a classic. Just to be honest, like I think it's a very, very good album. But I don't
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fellas.
But I feel like this even when it came out. I thought it was a good album.
Fellas.
What up?
Hold on now.
What's up?
Hold on now. Let me pull up another tab. We have discussions.
When Watch the Throne came out, I thought it was a good album. I enjoyed it. I liked several of the songs, but My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it came out less than a year before then. It was not on that same level at all.
Facts
for me. And I knew that even back then when I was 15 when it came out, I knew that it wasn't on the same level as that album.
Facts.
But the moment itself was huge. Like the Otis video, the Funk Flex premiering Otis, like everything around it. Them performing Otis at the VMAs and then Beyonce revealing she was pregnant. Like it was a huge deal around that time.
Facts. And then them performing in Paris.
Exactly.
Like what?
Victoria's Secret.
Like, yeah, like bruh.
Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2.
I mean, Drake commercially, I think, is a bigger. I don't know about that. I was going to try to say. I just think strictly numbers wise. We're not talking about influence or better performer or nothing like that. I do think Drake is technically a more successful commercial artist than Beyonce.
Do you think Drake could do 3 days in a row at Mercedes-Benz?
No, but that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about like ticket sales or because Drake has never been. That's probably like his biggest Achilles heel. Drake has never had a reputation for being a good performer. The same way, like the way Kendrick is known for being a great rap performer. Right. You never really hear anybody say that Drake was. Same thing with Jay-Z though. I think Jay-Z puts on great concerts because he knows how to do his thing or whatever. But Jay-Z has never been like you're not looking at Jay-Z as a performer the same way you would look at Ye. Ye is a way better performer than Jay-Z is.
No, facts. Yeah, and I think because Beyonce going to a Beyonce show is something that
that's an experience.
Yeah, facts. So I think that's pretty much the why of that. But I think what you're gonna listen to on a day-to-day basis, and that's kind of what I think when we had a discussion before, just how it's just what is the soundtrack to more of like your nights out, your day-to-day, like a lot more of that is going to be Drake as opposed to a Beyonce. But I think also because Beyonce, I think her music is something that people appreciate, but it's like it's not as like club or club centric anymore. I don't think it's really. It's just she just makes good music. She made great music, but it's just not the same. Like she's not chasing she's not looking for a hit. Like they just come. A
lot of these joints, boy. She about like YoungBoy with these 100 million. So the peaks might not be as high, but the 100 million, we gone far away. We had to go all the way down there to get to below 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Beyonce, one of those things where you gotta just be outside. Like, not to say that it's like niche music. Obviously, it's Beyonce, but it's like Single Ladies was more of I don't know what it did on the charts, but that was like a cultural phenomenon. Like certain songs like that, you can't really just look at a Wikipedia page and understand how big of a song it was.
Exactly.
Good gosh, Lee. Jeez, Nikki. Jeez, Nikki. Oh man, Nikki got it, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 songs over 1 billion views, bro. Dang. Shout out to the Queen Nicki Minaj, bro.
Yeah, a real legend.
No, facts.
I want to see how far I scroll down before I get under 100 million. Then we'll get out of here. Future, I should have looked up Future. But it would have been too much stuff that would have popped up, though.
Yeah, probably stuff that they had nothing to do with him.
Jason Derulo. Gosh, Lee, Nikki. But it's a couple random joints in here too.
Yo, it's crazy because every time we do this pod, I be trying to think like, yo, how are we gonna get to 2 hours? And then I look up 3 hours in every time.
Oh, we finally under 100.
Yeah, you know, if we ever need to get there, we'll have our 1 hour Drake debates.
They don't be playing. That's the crazy part. Like, it ain't even like when we go into
Bro,
it.
we were talking about Andrew Callahan, bro.
Say it again.
We were talking about Andrew Callahan.
That is how it started initially. Yeah, I don't think it was really an hour. It might have been like 30 minutes, but
all right, fellas, let the people know where they can find you.
Find me on Twitter _Jelani, 2 underscores at the end. Yeah, man. Social media.
You can find me on TikTok at RubberBandMo. Find me on Twitter at Monos_. And then, actually not Twitter, X. And Instagram at RBMO ____.
Yes, well, good episode. 3 hours, man. That YouTube stuff, the YouTube view count really like interests me. I was like, yo, this is very interesting. So shout out to that. I might do that again on another episode, but yeah, appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. 1 a.m. We out.
All right.
228 apiece, looking like Weez. Haven't seen